We live?
We're off to a great start here.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Uh-oh. I lost Brandon, but I'm here. Welcome to Dem Boyz, a podcast that is experiencing technical difficulties on the first night of the NFL draft. Let me see where Brandon is. I'm Paul, the Saints fan, and we are live here watching the 2026 NFL Draft. Thank you for joining us. If you are joining us, I think we're live. While Brandon, I just text him, I'm going to camp, as we say here at the show, while we figure out what's going on with Brandon. While we are waiting on Brandon, he just texted me, great start. I do want to mention, I do have a couple of props here. I guess I'll wait for Brandon to, put somebody in the chat. Studio chat. What's going on? Oh, Gary. Is that Uncle Gary, Brandon? Is in the chat?
It should be. I sent him the
okay.
I sent him the link.
Shout out to Uncle Gary.
Welcome to Dem Boyz, a podcast with a really bad computer that's about to die.
Yeah, maybe we should have done a telethon for Brandon's computer. We could do that. We'll do that next year.
It's on a very fixed income.
That'll be the spelling bee. When we live watch the spelling bee. We'll do a telethon.
See, I'm gonna need to have a better computer for that because I got a bunch of stuff to run.
So Brandon, if you don't mind, I'll introduce one of my props here. So my wife, as I mentioned last week, was out of town. Her uncle just recently passed away, and they went to Iowa to help clean out his house. And he was a long time, up until his passing, he was a long time Raiders fan. And my wife found in his home a authentic Raiders helmet. This is obviously from back in the days when they were, I believe this is when they were in either Los Angeles or Oakland, but. So, and appropriate because they do have the number one pick here in the draft as we are getting ready for that. But also, he was, like I said, he was a fan up until the end because they also found this in his home. There's a silver and black illustrated with Coach Kubiak on the cover there.
Well, nice.
From March of this year. Also found, this is a collector's item here. This is the Sports Illustrated from January 30th, 1984. So about a month before I was born. The last time the Raiders won the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah. So
you got to get that framed. You got to have that put in the frame. And
yeah, we might have to do that. Also found, we could have some fun with this on the show. This is 1987 NFL draft preview, or NFL preview and 86 college draft. Uncle Gary says Dave Casper helmet. Shout out to Dave Casper.
Shout out Dave Casper. We didn't put together our usual spiel, but I wanted to give a shout out to Dave Laufenberg, whose record.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
The highest drafted Indiana quarterback will come to an end. Originally drafted 168, he will be bested by Mr. Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Well, he will, unless
I'll tell you this.
He slides that far.
He'll be at least number 2, okay? He'll be at least Now, I was thinking about this the other night. Inside the NBA did an all-time NBA all-time draft a couple of years ago. This is several years ago now, when they were still on TNT, obviously. And Charles Barkley had the first pick. And with the first pick, he took Allen Iverson. And, everybody's like, are you serious? Is this for real? Are you really doing this? And Kevin McHale had the second pick. This is when he was working for TNT as an analyst. And he chose Larry Bird because obviously, he was teammates with Bird. And so Reggie Miller had the third pick, and Reggie Miller was like, is this really happening? And like, am I just going to get Michael Jordan just because? So I feel like if the Raiders just like didn't take Mendoza, I feel like the Jets would do the Kevin McHale and be like, well, we weren't expected to.
What do we do? What do we do?
Right.
Panic.
And so the Cardinals are just sitting there at 3 like, okay, I guess we're going to take. Speaking of Mendoza, he's showing up on screen there.
I think the big topic right now is going to be whether the Cardinals actually trade out, how far they trade up, because I think it's kind of a foregone conclusion now that they will be drafting Ty Simpson in the first round.
So I think so. I believe it was Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft late yesterday, had my team, the Saints, trading up to number 3. To take Arvell Reese. To me, it makes more sense for the Cardinals to go to 9 with the Chiefs and just take their 29th pick that the Chiefs got from the Rams. Because then that's your Ty Simpson pick, right? Number 29. You've got it right there, and then you can.
I just saw somebody posted a photo of Caleb Downs sitting next to Jeffrey Epstein on Epstein Island, and it says,
"I saw
Caleb
this,
Downs, WTF." This is a family podcast, so we will not be
probably a Cowboys fan trying to get him to fall all the way to 12. If I would, you sure that wasn't from Ball from Grace? At Ball from Grace tweeted that up.
Well, there's also another somebody posting Fernando Mendoza with the bong photos.
Right. Yeah. That's a Cardinals fan or a Jets fan, I guess. You know, it would help if I actually tweeted out the link. I thought I did. There we go. Oh, post not sent. Well, oh, you know what? Hang on. We're having more difficulties here. Oh, no. Okay, it's sent. It's sent. No.
Okay. Here's another one. New evidence reveals Judas received his 30 pieces of silver from the SPLC.
Yeah, so it's been an interesting day for the Patriots so far, and the draft hasn't even started. But I'm sure everybody's aware of that. We'll try to stay out of that business tonight. Well, I did also want to mention I entered a not that kind of contest, but I entered a different kind of contest for the NFL draft. Ben Solak has one that he did last year where you pick as many players as you want that you are sure are going to go in the first round.
Okay.
And the object is to get the most right without getting any wrong. So if you get one wrong, you're out. So I chose 26. Let me make sure I got my count right here. I have 26 players that I feel that I am sure of will go in the first round. Can I run through them real quick while we're waiting?
All right,
there?
Let's go. We got to check them off as we go along.
Of course, I have my sheet. I have my sheet set up here. So I have Arvell Reese, Fernando Mendoza, Jeremiah Love, Arnell Tate, Reuben Bain, David Bailey, Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Francis. How's his last name? The Miami tackle?
Mawanoa or something?
Mawanoa. That's right. Spencer Fanu from Utah. Vega Ione from Penn State, the offensive lineman. Yeah. Mansur Delane, Makai Lemon. This is a bit of a stretch, but I think it's going to happen. Casey Concepcion from A&M.
Ooh, that's a little. Yeah, you're getting a little risky there.
Dylan Thinneman from Oregon, the safety. Okay. His teammate, Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end. Jordyn Tyson, Arizona State. Monroe Freeling from Georgia. He's been climbing up a lot of boards lately, I've seen. Mm-hmm. Again, this is another stretch, but I've heard a lot of buzz about him going to the first round. Denzel Boston, the wide receiver from Washington. Also have Caden Proctor, offensive lineman from Alabama. Keldrick Falk from Auburn. Akeem Mesidor from Miami. I know he's been linked with your team a little bit. The offensive lineman from Arizona State, first name Max. I don't remember how to pronounce his last name. Caleb Lumu from Utah. Jamad McCoy from Tennessee. And finally, Blake Miller, the offensive lineman.
Jamad McCoy's the injured one, right?
Right.
I would have told you that. I would have told you to take him off.
But he's been mocked as high as like your guys. You get the Cowboys at 12.
We won't touch him.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying like, I could have updated it. It's too late.
McCoy's the one McCoy's the one that I would have passed on. I think he ends up falling out of tonight.
Hey, Terry Bradshaw's at the draft. But look, Terry's looking pretty good for his age. I said we weren't going to talk about this topic, but while we're waiting for the Raiders pick here. So the news came out yesterday that Mike Vrabel will be missing day 3 of the draft to attend counseling. Brandon, I was wondering if Daniel Plainview was Mike Vrabel's counselor.
Ooh.
How might that conversation go?
I need to get the statement from. I need to pull up his statement.
Yeah.
Well, I've had to have a lot of difficult conversations with my family. It's been very, very hard. But I consider myself a man of faith, as Castellanos sends a long fly ball out to left field, and that'll make it 4-0.
That works.
Well,
that's what I was hoping for.
Well, I don't. Did you see the Cowboys pre-draft press conference and who showed up?
Yeah.
Well, what I was planning to say instead of Daniel Plainview was the way that.
That's true.
The George Pickens situation has gone as I did not have contract negotiations with that wide receiver.
Well, former President Clinton would be a good therapist for Mike Vrabel. He had some tough conversations, let's say, with in his past. I did tweet at Ben Solak. I said, "If I win, would you consider coming on? Bless them boys."
There you go. What is the prize? Like, is there a prize for this?
I think it's just a shout out. I don't know if he actually. I don't think he gives like monetary prizes or anything like that. Also, shout out to the fellows over at Saints Block Party Podcast. I know they're also doing a live stream. They've been having some good draft coverage as they do every year. So shout out to them. Again, shout out to Uncle Gary in the chat there. I don't know if we have. I don't know if we have anybody else in the.
No, we need to tell Donnie and Andy to get in there.
Well, Donnie's team's off for the night. Remember, they don't have a first round pick.
I know, but he can still hang out with us.
See if,
Do you remember? You remember last year? Everybody drafted a Longhorn except the Cowboys in the first round.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
The Broncos, the Saints.
That's true. Yeah. The Bears did not, right? The Bears drafted. Who did the Bears draft? It wasn't Caleb. It wasn't Caleb because they. Who did the Bears draft last year?
I'm just constantly refreshing Twitter.
Yeah, right.
Trying to figure out. So one of the Cowboys beat reporters, Jane Slater, did say that she is not hearing Pickens' trade.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see. Yeah. Let me see if Andy or see all my chats got screwed up because. Brandon, you can still hear me okay? Just making sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some. Okay, so the Raiders pick is in.
I wonder who it is.
I know this.
I wanted to ask this. Like, how crazy would it be if like this pick comes in and it's like not Fernando Mendoza? Like that would be like a.
Let me ask you this: Who do you think the Jets take it to?
I think it's Bailey. Everything points to Bailey. I'm surprised the Jets weren't in the trade down market. Maybe they were, and they just were like. I mean, Glenn's going to get fired. Probably
they need help on defense, though.
They do. I mean, they need help in a lot of places, but like to me, that would be they already have an extra first round pick, right? They're probably trading up actually back into the top 10 potentially to get maybe a wide receiver. That was a rumor going around for a little while.
What is your who do you want for the Saints?
Oh, I mean,
I think we talked about this, but
I'm honestly at the point where I don't want them to trade up. So I get the argument for trading up. The argument is if you've given up your first round pick next year, you already have your quarterback for next year. You have your quarterback for 2026. You have your quarterback for 2027 in Shough. So if you can use that pick to trade up and get somebody like Reese or somebody who you think will help you win games in 2026, then you do it. I don't think they go up to 3. I think the more reasonable thing would be if, let's say we get to pick 6 with the Browns and Caleb Downs maybe is still there. Maybe they trade up from 8 to 6 to get Downs in front of Washington. There we go. It's official now. Fernando Mendoza is the quarterback. My dogs are excited about it. For the Oakland
They
Raiders.
must be Raiders fans too.
Maybe. I don't know. Who knew? Mendoza, of course, not at the draft in Pittsburgh. He is at home in Miami with his family. I believe his mother is in poor health and travel was going to be
yeah. That was the. So Paul, I have some. This is 4 hours old, but some breaking news for the show.
Go ahead.
Texas has landed St. Mary's transfer Mikey Lewis.
Oh, well, okay.
So,
it's good to
John
know.
John Rothstein says Texas will open as the number 1 overall team in my next power rankings. So,
hey,
horns up.
This is basketball, right? This is not.
Yes, not
okay.
football.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to be sure.
Christopher Columbus watch party for the Jets. You know, we could have gone to we should have filmed on location at that Christian's tailgate. I think was that place is good. I liked it. We should go back again.
Yeah, it was a nice little place. Shout out to those fine folks that are that's apparently the Jets location in Houston to go watch games at. So
okay. Rappaport has said the Chiefs, Saints, and Cowboys among teams interested in Ruben Bain Jr.
I saw that.
Does not match what I had heard about the Cowboys and how they feel about Ruben Bain. So, I don't know who to believe anymore.
Mickey Loomis, the Saints GM, in his pre-draft press conference, basically said their statistics for a reason. Like they try to follow what has worked in the NFL, but he says if someone has traits that don't necessarily fit with that narrative, then they better be pretty good on tape, or they better be, blow you away on tape, which I don't know. Bain doesn't fit the Brandon Staley defense, I think. Not as well as like a guy like Arvell Reese, obviously, or take Caleb Downs for that matter, in the obviously different position, but
did you ever see Meet the Robinsons?
The animated movie, right?
Yeah.
No, I did not see.
There's this one part where this girl's like hiding in the corner. This person's hiding in the corner, and the T-Rex is trying to get him, but his head keeps getting in the way, and he's trying to reach.
Yeah.
And he goes, like, "Why aren't you getting them?" He's like, "I have a big head and little arms," because they have like this machine that can talk to him.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see.
All right, Jets on the clock.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Jets. Geno Smith back in the Jets locker room there. Pick is in for the Jets, so that didn't take long. Let me ask you this: as a Cowboys fan, how would you feel if the Cowboys swapped their 2 first-round picks with the Chiefs? So, like, Cowboys have 9 and 29, and then the Chiefs have 12 and 20.
I'm perfectly fine with that. That's it's. I think I actually like that a little better than the Cleveland deal because you end up with 2 first. You end up because with the Cleveland one, that second pick is a little later.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's 25. It's whatever Jacksonville's pick would have been. So I guess we should mention the 6 teams that do not have a first-round pick tonight. We mentioned Donnie's Broncos earlier. They are one of them, or at least don't have one at the moment. There's Donnie's Broncos. There's the Bengals, who just traded the number 10 pick for Dexter Lawrence. What do you think of that? We haven't had a chance to talk about that, I don't think.
I'm glad Dexter Lawrence is out of the division.
NFC East, yeah.
That's a good thing.
I mean, and if you're the Bengals, like, it's kind of do or die this year. Like, you kind of have to, like, do something.
It's also it's also that kind of that a boat to boat, but the mystery box could be anything.
Right. So Broncos, Bengals, the Jaguars we just mentioned because they have Travis Hunter instead of a first round pick this year. The Colts, who the Jets have their first round pick because of the Sauce Gardner trade. Who am I missing? Well, we'll get the Jets pick here and then we'll figure it out. Yep, David Bailey, Texas Tech, I believe.
You think he's related to Dan Bailey, former Cowboys kicker?
Or George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life.
I think he's probably more likely to be related to George Bailey.
I believe a shout out again to Adam from Saints Block Party Podcast. He is a Texas Tech alum. Is this the highest a Texas Tech player has ever been drafted? Has to be, right? Mahomes was like 9 or 10 or whatever that was that year. I was trying to think of this today.
Who are the high Texas Tech draft picks? I mean, there's Crabtree was like a first round pick, but he wasn't going number 1.
He was
2 overall,
4 or 5. I want to say. Hang on, let's see.
Was he that high? I didn't realize he was that high.
Yeah, highest drafted Texas Tech football. Dave Parks was selected number 1 overall in 1964 by the 49ers. Then you have Tyree Wilson, who was number 7 in 2023. Crabtree was number 10, in 2009. Patrick Mahomes, number 10 in 2017. And now, David Bailey becomes the second highest Texas Tech Red Raider.
It's kind of funny. That's kind of funny with you.
Dave Parks was a tight end / wide receiver drafted in 1964, number 1 overall by the 49ers. Shout out to David Bailey. Good for him. We'll see what the Jets do. There was a lot of talk of them potentially moving up back into the top 10 to get a receiver. Let's see if that comes to fruition. Let me go back to the teams without a first-round pick this year.
All right, Cardinals are on the clock.
Of course, the Falcons. They don't have a first-round pick because of James Pierce, who, I don't know if you saw that news. Apparently, he is going to be – all charges are going to be dropped against him pending some – I forget what the –
he has to complete some, like, counseling and a lot of other different –
Yeah. And then the other team without a first-round pick is the Packers because of your Cowboys, because of the Micah trade. So Jags, Falcons, Colts, Broncos, Packers, and Bengals. My wife brought me a burrito here.
Ooh, where's it from?
Not sure.
Chipotle?
No, no. I'm not sure.
This is. I like the sound of this. I don't know where it came from.
So she and my oldest daughter just came back. They had a school function tonight, so I don't know. So I'm guessing it was there. They got it at the school function, but I'm guessing the school catered. I mean, it doesn't look bad.
The lunch ladies put it together.
Right. Doesn't look bad. Let's see what we got here. Is this some? It looks like it's on a pita bread. I don't know if this is more a burrito or a hero.
You mean a gyro?
A gyro,
or as they called them in Seinfeld, a gyro.
The Cardinals look happy in the draft room here. I'm guessing they're making the pick. Picking up the phone. We should mention, I'm watching on NFL Network. Brandon is watching on ESPN. So
that is correct.
I think technically they're the same thing now, right? And then ESPN owns NFL.
That's true. So it's on two different channels with different people. Is it with different people?
I would think so. Rich Eisen's hosting the NFL Network. I think Mike Greenberg is hosting the ESPN. Oh, what we got here? I think they had some
Cardinals pick is in.
All right. So if they're sticking with the pick, I think this is the word is it's going to be Jeremiah Love, which that would be bad news for your cousin, I guess. But
it's actually good for my Cowboys, though. The more offensive players get drafted, the better.
True. That's true. Oh, I need to update I'm 2 for 2 so far. I've got Mendoza, and now I got David Bailey. All right. Joe Klatt is on the NFL Network coverage here with Charles. Is that Charles Davis? Yeah, Daniel Jeremiah. Rich Eisen in his his Yankee pinstripe suit, looking dapper.
Have you seen anybody break it?
No. I'm trying to stay off of Twitter. I'm trying to stay.
I'm not. I'm trying to tell me who it is.
That's fine.
Tell me what.
That's fine.
Spoil it for me. I need to know now. So, Chris Vernon was talking about the draft yesterday, and he kept calling him Avril Reese. And so I tweeted at him after the show. I said, just a heads up. Like I was like, it's Arvel, not Avril. I was like, he didn't sing Skater Boy. All right.
Oh, I have a story to tell. I meant to. This happened a couple weeks ago, but I meant to tell it and I just forgot. But let's get the pick first.
Ooh, there you go. There it is.
There it is.
There was talk that they wanted to trade back if it happened, but if they ended up sticking, then that was the.
But hey, let's think about this now: Jeremiah Love, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson. That often, I mean, now your quarterback is Gardner Minshew at this point, but it's. But hey, when you draft Arch Manning next year, that's going to look pretty good, right? And you're in the. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you. What do we have an update on the Denzel movie situation?
We do. Excuse me, pardon my eating. So I did watch Man on Fire, as we talked about last week.
Correct.
This week, the category. Let me pull it up here so I can speak to it. this kind of worked out, actually, because the category this week for week 17 was Earth Day, because Earth Day was yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so the category was as follows. The options were movies that have a form of nature in the title or an element of nature in the plot. Or you could do a movie that celebrates nature, beauty of earth, yada, yada, yada. Or a natural disaster, something like that. So obviously I did Man on Fire last week because of the 3-word title. This week I did Courage Under Fire, because fire is obviously an element of nature. So first time I've seen Courage Under Fire. For those that don't know, it's a movie that stars Denzel, obviously, and Meg Ryan, and it's basically Matt Damon's first big role. This is right before Good Will Hunting. Denzel plays a colonel in the army during the Gulf War, and he is at the beginning of the movie. His troop, he commands a tank, and his troop engages in friendly fire and ends up killing their fellow soldiers. Mm-hmm. Well, then Denzel gets basically acquitted of that, and basically gets put on a desk job at the Pentagon. And as part of that job, he has to investigate a Medal of Honor contender, posthumous Medal of Honor contender who happens to be female, who's played by Meg Ryan. So he has to go and interview her battalion, and he finds some inconsistencies in the story. Matt Damon plays one of the soldiers that was under Meg Ryan's command. It's very good movie. I would recommend it if you get a chance to check it out. By definitely not the worst movie I've seen in the Denzel Challenge this year. Okay, so Titans are now up.
Sonny Styles here, you think?
Remember the Titans, another Denzel movie coming soon. I might have to watch that at some point. That's what it feels like. I feel like they would have been in the Jeremiah Love conversation too. It could be a trade back. People haven't really talked about Tennessee as a trade back option, but I'm sure Brian Daboll is pissed off because he would have loved to have Jeremiah Love. It's good news for your boy Tony Pollard in Tennessee. He's probably going to not lose any snaps. They could go wide receiver too, though. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they went like Carnell Tate or somebody like that. Pick is in for the Titans. There was talk of Ian Rappaport's saying something. I can't hear him. Let's see here.
Turn on the captions, Paul.
Yeah, that's probably what I need to do. That's probably what I need to do. Huh?
Well, that's how you want. Didn't you say, what was it? Oh, it was Stranger Things. You said you went to the theater and you're like, can somebody turn on the captions back there?
Robert Saleh looks happy there in Nashville.
I would hope I would hope you like the guy you just
right. I do. Well, I mean, Mike Vrabel famously that one draft right before they traded A.J. Brown.
H. Brown.
Yeah. Hang on. How do I get captions? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it looks like it will be Sonny Styles. That's what it looks like based on what I'm seeing. So Arvell Reese still on the board here. You might have back-to-back Ohio State Buckeyes here with Styles to Tennessee and Arvell Reese to the Giants, potentially. That's what it's looking like. After this pick comes in, I'm going to take a quick break.
Carnell Tate.
Oh, see, told you. Told you.
Keep those offensive players coming, Paul.
So we've only had one defensive player selected, right, so far?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, let me update my my big board here. I got Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Love. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a quick break here before the Giants make their pick. Their first of two top 10 picks. I'll be right back.
All right, this is the one we have to be a little bit nervous about. There was a lot of talk about the Giants liking the defensive guys from Ohio State. So that's what I'm a little bit worried about, is they'll take Styles or Downs here. So especially with Carnell Tate off the board, because he was one of the potential options for them at that pick. Now that he's gone, what do they do? Are they going to they've also got the 10th pick, so do they go offense defense? Do they split it here? Just hoping, but this is good. The fact that the offensive players are coming off the board. Arvell Reese is still there. I mean, the Giants could take Arvell Reese. I wouldn't like that, but this is breaking pretty well for the Cowboys tonight. If you wanted one of those top defensive guys to end up falling to 12, or at least falling to where he's one of them's in range to be traded up for, whether that's with the Browns or the Chiefs. I kind of like the idea of doing like the 12 and 20 for 9 and 29 with the Chiefs, making sure that you get your guy, making sure that you're not wiped out at 12 and having to take, I like Dylan Thieneman, but I don't know that I would like him. I would be as excited about him at 12 as I would have him about 20 or at 20. So, but
I will
so
say,
far so good.
You were saying this is breaking out well for the Cowboys. It's breaking out really well for the Saints because, I mean, they're pretty much guaranteed now. They're going to have. I mean, they might. So let's see. So we're at 5. So let's say they go. Even if the next 3 picks are the Ohio State guys, Reese, Downs, and Styles in some order. I mean, the Saints. Well, I guess that wouldn't be great for the Saints. Definitely feels like I don't think the Browns are going to go unless somebody trades up with the Browns. This could be where the Cowboys trade up with the Browns now to get either Styles or.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is you've got Reese is still on the board. Styles, both the Ohio State guys. Mansour Delane's still there. There was a lot of smoke about Delane getting to Dallas at 12. Him actually ended up falling that far. So there's also you know who I also like? Do you have this guy on your who's the cornerback from San Diego State?
Chris Johnson.
Yes. Do you have him on your board?
I don't have him. I've seen a lot of hype about him potentially getting in the first round. I just didn't have the courage to
see. I would have had him. I would have taken McCoy off and put him Johnson on. Yeah, I like
thought about it
a lot. All right, Giants pick is in.
John Harbaugh looking happy. First pick for John Harbaugh and his
it's I'm curious to see because he had Ed Reed back there.
Oh, Chiefs have traded up. Chiefs have traded up to 6. So see what that's about.
They traded up to 6?
6. So the Giants have a pick. The Chiefs traded with the Browns to 6. We don't know what the terms are yet. Then it's Commanders and then the Saints. The Chiefs, I'm guessing, is for Reese, assuming the Giants don't take Reese. But we'll see.
Who do you think the Chiefs are trading up here for?
I think it's Reese. I think assuming the Giants don't take Reese, then it's Reese. Because there's been a lot of smoke around Arvell Reese to the Chiefs.
Well, I saw Reese to the Giants on a couple of mocks too if he ended up falling.
I honestly wouldn't be shocked if the Giants took Jordyn Tyson here.
That's interesting because a lot of the talks I saw was the Giants taking Tate. Tate's off the board earlier than expected. Which, thinking about it now, it makes sense because Tennessee's offense needed weapons. Like you can't send Cam Ward back out there with Calvin Ridley, the ghost of Calvin Ridley, as your best wide receiver again.
One of the things I've heard against Tate is he's never been the best receiver on his team because obviously Ohio State's always had Marvin Harrison or,
in fairness, look at those receivers.
Right. And I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm just, it's interesting that he's going to Tennessee where you would assume with Ridley, maybe you have a year or two of Ridley as kind of your number one guy and Tate kind of almost like when the Saints drafted Olave and they had, Michael Thomas was gone by that point. So never mind. That's not a good comparison.
Okay, so here it looks like the deal.
The terms. We got the terms.
Yeah,
of the deal.
It looks like it's Kansas City gets 6, Cleveland gets 974 and 148.
So Kansas City holds on to 29.
Yes, so they'll still have that pick. But they're giving up what is a third round pick and a fourth. Is 148 a fourth or a fifth?
128 sounds like a 4.
148.
48. Okay, so that might be a fifth.
Okay, it says I'm hearing the Giants pick is, or one of the Cowboys reporters thinks that it is a defensive player for the Giants here.
I mean, again, the Giants have picked 10, so they could always wait for Jordyn Tyson, assuming the Saints don't take him, because the Saints were.
How would you feel about Jordyn Tyson?
I've come around on it. I was not enthralled. The injury history scared me off a little bit, but after hearing people talk about him and how he would fit in the offense, I've come around on it. Who we got with the Giants here? We got.
We got to honor some people first.
That's fine. Hey, I'm all for salute to the service. That's fine.
Can I ask that we salute the members in the second round?
Who is the Cowboys guest picker in the second round?
I didn't even look.
The Saints is Marcus Colston. Saints legend Marcus Colston.
Can I just search guest pickers for?
Oh. So it looks like the Chiefs are taking Mansour Delane.
Ooh. Oh, I guess you traded you traded your corner, so you gotta.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I can't find who the Giants are taking though. That's crazy.
Arvell Reese.
Is it Reese? Okay, so
yep.
All right. Okay, so hey, this is really looking good for the Saints now because I might be come on downs for unless the Commanders take him. Or Sonny Styles. So the Saints are going to end up with either Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs, unless they just say screw it.
Well, you're assuming that they're going defense.
I am, but I mean, they'll be in a position. I'll say that they're going to be in a position to take. They will be on either. Yeah, unless they just say screw it and they just take Jordyn Tyson or
they could take Kalen Proctor.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
So you said you're so Marcus Colston is y'all's?
Yeah. Marcus Colston is our
Tony Dorsett and Drew Pearson.
Oh, there you go.
33 and 88.
There you go. Yeah, there's the trade. All right. Let's see. All right, so we are through 5 picks, and we are 40 minutes in. So that's 8 minutes. That's 8 minutes a pick, which is what.
Yep, that's what's allotted. We gotta stop. The first team should not be allowed to go on the clock. You just give your pick and get over.
That's a good call. I mean,
like you've been on the clock.
You've been on the clock since December or since January, basically.
Yep.
Unless somebody traded in like February for it or something. How do you feel about having to play Arvell Reese twice a year now? As a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit.
So
at least he won't be paired up with
the Giants could end up with Reese and Caleb Downs potentially if Downs drops.
Well, they also need a wide receiver, don't they?
Yeah, they do, but I mean.
Says despite drafting Arvell Reese, the Giants do not intend to trade defensive end Kayvon Thibodeau. Thanks, Adam.
I've heard there was some Saints fans saying like, would you trade your second round pick for Kayvon Thibodeau? I'm like, no, thanks.
All right, Delane to the Chiefs is in.
Official.
That's what I mean, Jordan Schultz is reporting it, so.
Well, yeah, I saw it from Nick Underhill, who writes for the Saints, which is Uncle Gary's got a question for you, Brandon.
I think we're just taking best defensive player available, depending on who that is. I mean, there's Bain. What if the Saints end up with Bain? You said he doesn't fit the.
I mean, that's what they said. Now, Loomis kind of phrased it in a way that makes me think they would take him because he kind of alluded to like if your
production.
Yeah, if your profile is outside the norm, then you better put some good stuff on tape, which I think you and I both agree Bain has put the goods on tape. But the Saints Block Party podcast guys, they talked about it like the Saints have never drafted a guy like Bain with his physical attributes, like with the short, forget the short arms and all that, just like the 40 time, the size, all that stuff. They don't usually draft guys like him. So yeah, so it's a third and a fifth going back to Cleveland from Kansas City. Kansas City does have another first in the back pocket, as we mentioned. So this will be Delane. And then the Commanders are going to be ending up pretty good here. They'll either get Styles or Downs, and then we'll see what the Saints do. Is my guess for the. So I'd say the two surprises. Okay, so the Saints, it looks like, are on the clock. I guess the Commanders have put their pick in.
Well, that was fast.
Yeah, Commanders probably knew they wanted Styles or Downs.
That was a talk from. Well, I think Styles was the guy that Quinn really liked.
Makes sense. Remember how I said I didn't want to be spoiled? I lied. I'm on Twitter like tell me what's happening. Tell me what's happening.
All right,
Tell me what's happening. 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 Now it'd really be something if the Saints traded back. I mean, they never do that, but I don't think they will. I don't know who they would trade back to
12. Trade back to 12.
Well, who would you guys come up for? Downs?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You wouldn't give up 20 though to come up from 12 to 8. You wouldn't give up 20.
Mm. Yeah, you're gonna have to figure out a way to sweeten the pot.
Can I offer you Pete? Can I offer you Pete Werner or Cesar Ruiz?
Slightly used.
Slightly used.
Some more folks.
How about
we got some more folks in the chat or in the on the live stream now.
Do we?
got up to 3,
cool.
So maybe I don't know if
Hey. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for hopping on with us.
We need to make sure tell Donnie to get in here.
I sent him a message. He might be,
tell Train to hop on too.
Oh yeah, we could. Yeah, I wonder what. Well, I mean, her team may not even pick tonight because I mean they have a first round pick, but they
so the fantasy football podcast that I listen to, they're out of Arizona and they're Cardinals fans.
Yeah.
And the tweet is the Cardinals just drafted the most expensive running back in the history of the NFL now. You can't make this crap up. So they seem thrilled about this.
Well, and that's probably why they were trying to trade back, honestly, because
yeah.
But honestly, like I don't know, okay, the Saints or I'm sure the Saints and Chiefs called him trying to trade up, but I'm guessing the Saints didn't want to part with their first next year, or maybe I don't know. I don't know. Okay, Washington is taking Sonny Styles. It looks like.
Okay, that's kind of expected.
According to Nick Underhill, who is a Saints, writes for the Saints, but obviously he's got connections around the NFL. So
after Schefter tweeted out the Giants do not intend to trade Thibodeau, somebody else says Kayvon Thibodeau is now expected to be a top trade candidate.
Yep, sounds about right. So Sonny Styles to the Commanders. Who would Dan Quinn look at Sonny Styles? Who would he compare him to? Maybe from the Dallas days. Was there?
I don't know. We didn't have a linebacker back then. You would have called him Bobby Wagner. I think would be the.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Legion of Boom days.
Commanders are making a pick, and Jerome Bettis is coming out. I don't know what this is all about. Well, they are in Pittsburgh, but that makes sense that Lynn Swann and Jerome Bettis are. Unless the Steelers have traded up for. Now, that would be something. Okay, it looks like the Saints pick is in, according to what I'm reading on.
So who do your sources?
It looks like it's Tyson.
That was kind of my thought that it could be.
Yeah, you're right. All this stuff they could do tomorrow night. Let's get this. Sonny Styles. Okay, so Ohio State now has had 2 picks in the top 10. Well, three. Tate, Reese, and now Styles.
That's right. I always forget that Arvell Reese was.
Yeah. And they will, and if Downs, I mean, I think Downs will go here in the next if the Saints don't pick him up, maybe the Giants pick him at 10. But maybe not. Maybe because the Browns ain't picking. The Browns are going offensive line. I have to imagine.
You think so?
Yeah, that's been unless they're going to trade back again. Unless the Cowboys want to trade up with Cleveland to take Downs if the Saints pass on them. A lot of Saints fans want Caleb Downs. I don't know if that's going to happen. Everybody's saying that the Tate pick to Tennessee was the surprise. That was the big surprise, which
I think
it is
a little bit.
It was, yeah. I mean, I honestly think the Titans wanted Love, but Arizona kind of screwed that up. So they just said, "We'll just stick with." Okay, so Nick Underhill or Mike Triplett and Nick Underhill just retweeted something about Jordyn Tyson being the perfect fit with Chris Olave. So I'm guessing Jordyn Tyson is the pick.
That sounds like a say it without saying it sort of.
Right.
Tell me Tell me the Saints you're drafting Jordyn Tyson without telling me they're drafting Jordyn Tyson.
Yeah, it's looking. Yeah, I'm starting to see Saints accounts where it's like Saints receiver Jordyn Tyson, Which, like I said, I've come around on the idea of him. Yeah, Nick Underhill.
Someone compared him to the way he runs routes and things to Amari Cooper. So.
Okay. Cowboy legend, Amari Cooper. Yeah, I'm seeing the official Nick Underhill Saints select wide receiver Jordyn Tyson tweet. So, I mean, maybe the Cowboys should be calling Cleveland right now if they want to.
They should. That's what I would be on the phone with them right now.
Because so now we have Cleveland. After the Saints, it's Cleveland, the Giants. Who's 11? Who's picking 11 in front of the Cowboys? Hang on. It is the Dolphins. Would the Dolphins take? No, the Dolphins are taking receiver probably. So
the Dolphins need everything.
Okay, so if it's Tyson
if you're Miami, would you keep Ruben Bain at home?
I mean, the Dolphins need a lot. I mean, they just traded Waddle. So receiver makes sense, but and I think the Giants are going to take a receiver. Well, that's the thing, though. The Giants probably want a receiver too, but now Tyson and Tate are going to be off the board. So maybe they just say, "Screw it, we'll take Downs with Reese."
Well, who's the number 3? Who's the third wide receiver?
Makai Lemon.
That's
the USC receiver.
Yeah. I mean, you put Neighbors on the outside, you put Lemon in the slot. That's not a
I agree with you.
Combination.
I agree with you. I wonder if I don't know. I don't know what maybe the Giants go offensive line. I mean, they do have to keep Jackson Dart upright. So.
Well, he does a lot of not making himself upright on his own. Right. To be fair.
True. All right, so yeah, I mean, listen, as long as Tyson can stay healthy, man, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. We don't need two injury prone receivers for the Saints because I mean, obviously Olave's had his moments. So I guess here, let me update my sheet here. We've got. I was like, please tell me I put Jordyn Tyson on my So we had Delane. Let me make sure I got everybody here. So we got Mendoza was first. Bailey was 2. Jeremiah Love was 3. Arvell Reese, Carnell Tate was 4. Then it was Arvell Reese 5. Delane was 6. Styles 7, and now Jordyn Tyson's going to be 8, right? I got that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then we'll see what the Browns do. Again, I have a feeling the Browns are going offensive line. That seems to be the, unless they trade back.
Do you think Cleveland would? Well, host of the Locked On Cowboys podcast, Marcus Mosher, asked, would Cleveland take 12 and 20 for 9-39 and a day 3 pick?
I would, if I was Cleveland. Like I said, man, like Cleveland they got a lot of holes to fill. And they're not getting the quarterback. I mean, they're going to roll with either Shedeur or Deshaun this year and see what happens. Now, again, I think the Cowboys are in good. If you want Caleb Downs, I think you're in good shape. I think.
Okay, so the Bengals are off. So that was the big one. Was the Bengals? Right. Miami's kind of a wild card because they need everything.
It's a wild card. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen defensive player to Miami in any mock draft, but that doesn't mean anything.
How do you feel? How do you feel, Paul?
Like I said, man, I'm okay with it. You need to build around your quarterback while he's on his rookie contract. So I'm okay with it. He's there too. Jordyn Tyson is at the draft. Yeah. All right. Welcome to New Orleans, kid. I feel like the Saints were in a good spot here. I mean, they were in a good spot. I bet Brandon Staley had to be pounding the table for Caleb Downs, though. He had to be.
So someone, a Cowboys reporter, did say the Cowboys have called the Browns.
Okay,
it says heads up.
I would hope so. I would hope so because here's the thing: if the Giants end up with Arvell Reese and Caleb Downs, I mean they win round 1 right away because I mean they just had two of the best defensive players on the board. Yeah, again with Tyson, the injury history,
that's the concern.
Concerns me, but
I think someone said he missed like 35% of his games, so that's
I heard somebody say that today. I forget who it was. A shout out to the Saints too with the autism acceptance in the background of the draft room there. They always do that during the draft time. Is that Booger McFarland saying he's the most talented receiver in the draft? Is that who I'm hearing talk?
I had multiple people say that.
Jordyn Tyson is the highest drafted Saints receiver since Wes Chandler, who was number 3 overall in 1978.
Oh, it says Cleveland pick is in. I don't like this.
Cleveland's in. Well,
that's what it says.
Hey, as long as you called, I mean, as long as you made the call, they don't have to say yes.
Yeah, sometimes you've done all you can do, right?
Right. Now you just got to hope. Would you call the Giants? The Giants would fleece you, though. The Giants would fleece you.
I mean, the Cowboys and Giants, I think, traded in the pick that ended up. I think the Giants ended up trading up in that spot for when the Cowboys took Micah Parsons, if I'm not mistaken. The Cowboys traded back from 10 to 12.
Okay. Looks like the Browns are taking Spencer Fanu, the offensive lineman from Utah. According to Albert Breer, they were going to take him at 6. So now they're going to take him at 9. And they got extra draft capital. So good for him. Good for them. Got to remember, it's an emotional night for these fellas getting drafted. All right, so we are an hour in. We are officially 8 picks done. So we're about that 8-minute. We're a little under the 8-minute per pick mark here.
So how about those Astros, Paul?
Ooh. Buddy, best thing about the Astros is Jordyn Alvarez right now.
I think that's the only good thing about it, isn't it?
The only good thing. Yeah, pretty much. I guess, you know what? We should get Trang on the show because apparently the Padres want to trade for Jordyn Alvarez. Maybe we could work something out.
So if the Astros trade Jordyn Alvarez, like that's a total. You're reset.
We're done.
That's it.
I'm out.
I was listening to a baseball podcast and the guy was talking about like his numbers and projections, and he basically he talked about how he likes the Mariners as a, like, you know,
sneaky
plus a bunch of money to win that. I think it's like plus 600 to win the AL, and plus I don't remember what the number was to win the World Series, but plus money to win the World Series. And then he said he also has he likes the Rangers to make the playoffs, and then he has Astros to miss the playoffs. He's like, you can get it at minus 300. I think it should be minus 900. So
wow. Now, I will say one of the people that I saw was positive on Jordyn Tyson was Louis Riddick. And if you might recall, Louis Riddick was the biggest Tyler Shough fan during the draft process last year. So Louis Riddick knows what he's talking about. So I'm that gives me some hope there for what the Saints just drafted with Jordyn Tyson. All right, so the Browns have selected Spencer Fanu. So first offensive lineman off the board here, Spencer Fanu from Utah.
All right, please, Giants, please do something dumb. Please do something dumb.
Giants are picking the offensive lineman from Miami.
Yes. Oh, the Mauanoa guy.
Mauanoa, yeah. Which makes sense. Again, they need offensive line help.
Come on.
All right, Dolphins, you're up.
You know what's going to be hilarious is that Downs gets to 12 and then the Cowboys trade back or something stupid.
Is there an offensive lineman named Tyler in the draft? Because they'll probably draft him if there is.
I will throw my microphone out the window.
Francis Maui Noah is the.
All right. Here's the Miami. Come on, Bane. Take Bane.
You merely adopted the dog.
God,
I was born
adopted the dog. I was born in it. Molded that. I didn't even see the light until I was already a man. I expect one of us in the wreckage, brother. Let us not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne.
This Maui Noah fella's he's a big fella.
Cowboys traded up to 11.
Why?
Because because there could be other teams talking with Miami.
Oh, okay.
Miami,
that makes sense. I was like, okay. It's got to be Downs, right?
Paul.
It's got to be Downs, right? Wait, let's see. What offensive linemen are available, right?
Gosh, shut up, Paul.
How about oh, you know what'd be really funny is if they drafted the wide receiver from A&M, because that would hurt. That would hit you twice. That hit you twice. What'd they give up? Oh, okay. They gave up. I think it said 177 and 180. Looks like they gave up
nothing.
Yeah. Oof, man.
Come on. Refresh.
Yeah, the Cowboys acquired.
I am downed. I am so downed.
What if they pick Bane? The Cowboys pick.
Well, I guess I mean I can still do the voice.
Yeah.
It's Downs. It's Downs.
Is it for sure?
That's what Ari Meirov's saying.
Well, he's locked in, so yeah, you're probably safe.
This is a much better experience than last year, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, you threatened to quit the show last year because of their pick, if I remember correctly. I'm just gonna step away here for a second. I'll be right back. I'll be back in time for the Cowboys pick. So you're telling me that the Dolphins' best offer for that pick was 2/5? Like nobody else.
You also have to take into account how far back are they going to end up trading.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, who else was in the market for Downs?
That's a good question. But Miami's got to be saying, "Hey, we got Team X on the phone too."
Right. Yeah, Ben Solak, big fan of the Downs pick. Well, Christian Parker's got his Cooper DeJean now, maybe or.
Well, and the thing is, the I've heard talk about this is Downs. We talk about positional value because he's a safety, but he also can play down in the slot and be kind of a nickel, so you can move him around on the defense. Is what I really like about him.
Did you know that? Did you know that Jordyn Tyson is a native Texan? He's from Dallas, near Dallas.
I think someone did. I saw someone mention that when the when the pick came across, something about him being local. I will say, let me put this out there. So we've talked about Ruben Bain falling in the draft because of short arms and other items. What if Ruben Bain is still on the clock at 20?
Wow. Yeah, that'd be. Well, I mean, yeah. Listen, if Dallas comes away with Downs and Bain, that's pretty good.
That's stealing.
But I've heard that Dallas wants to trade back from 20. Like they might want to.
Because the drop off between who you're going to get at 20 and who you're going to get maybe 5-6 picks later isn't that drastic. Because once you got past Downs and Bain here is everybody else is kind of in the same tier, and so you can actually end up adding picks without losing out on talent. You're still going to get somebody good. I will say one of the things that excited me a lot about Downs was they were talking about somebody who I can't remember who it was, but a coach was talking to players, and he said the toughest meeting he had was, I think it was when they were interviewing players at the combine. A coach said that the toughest interview he had was Downs because he would just ask it. He was asking questions of well, why do you run it like this? Why are you doing it like this? What about this? Coach on, the typical coach on the field sort of stuff. Just a very, very intellectual player who knows what he's doing. I think the testing, people kind of knocked him a little bit because his athletic testing scores were not elite. Downs? Yeah, I think he wasn't I think he was average, but it was sort of a dude, watch the tape sort of thing.
Here we go, buddy. Who was the last Ohio State Buckeye that the Cowboys? Bobby Carpenter?
God, don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Well, Ted Ginn was drafted by.
Well, he didn't. Ted Ginn never played for the Cowboys, though.
Oh, that's true. He never did. Yeah.
Are we talking about draft picks specifically?
Yeah, Yeah, who the Cowboy drafted by the Cowboys from Ohio State. Ohio State players drafted by Cowboys. Well, Zeke, right? Zeke Elliott, of course. Duh.
I was I know there's somebody that I should be remembering here.
You didn't draft him, but Eddie George played for the Cowboys once upon a time.
Yeah. He was washed by the time he got to us, too. It was 3.5 a carry.
Malik Hooker. Did you draft Malik Hooker, or was he a... So, yeah, Zeke Elliott.
Noah Brown.
Terry Glenn. Again, didn't draft him. But he came around.
Antonio Bryant played for Ohio State? That doesn't sound right.
Sure.
I'm asking Chat GPT, so I'm a little...
I thought he was Pittsburgh or... Yeah, Pittsburgh. Played for the Pittsburgh Panthers. Antonio Bryant. So Caleb Downs starting from day one, right? Like he's
pencil him in there right now. Well, what's funny is he will be back there with fellow Ohio State alum Malik Hooker.
Yeah, there you go.
So
how's the outside corner? How's the corners looking for the Cowboys? We got Bland and
Antonio Bryant went to Pittsburgh. ChatGPT is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You see,
Oh, he's the nephew of Dre Bly.
Oh,
how about that?
That's
He's the brother of Josh Downs, who plays for the Colts.
Ah. I wonder what number he's going to wear.
What was his number in college?
2.
Is Cowboys?
I don't think we have it. We don't have it 2. You gotta remember Cowboys legends who have worn number 2, like Anthony Wright.
God. Wait, who was the quarterback that you guys got? It's like a retread. I thought he wore number 2. It wasn't Anthony Wright. It was another.
I'm looking at. I've pulled up the. So right now it says Kobe Durant is number 2. So I've pulled up the list of players for the Cowboys who have worn number 2. Would you like to hear it?
Please, by all means.
Jose Cortez.
Saints.
Immaculate Grid legend.
Immaculate Grid legend, yeah.
Kobe Durant, who is current but has not played a game for them yet. Kicker Lynn Elliott.
Shout out. Oh, my other cousin.
Ohio State rival Jordan Lewis.
Oh, yeah?
Brett Maher, another kicker.
Oh, Caden Proctor is the selection by the Dolphins, offensive lineman. We might be getting an offensive lineman run now.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. Punter Brian Moorman. That is MOORMOORN, not MOR. Moorman. Like, who are the Moops? Who are the Moops?
Did you hear my joke? Brian Moorman, who was a Catholic.
Did I ever tell you about the time that we went over and played we had one of my friends from my last job had like a Seinfeld theme night, party night, like a get together?
No.
And so we did like Seinfeld. We played Seinfeld trivia. And so one of the questions was, which of the non-4 main characters appeared in the most episodes? And so
Ruthie Cohen, right?
Was that the
cashier at the?
So that's what that was not the answer, but one of the guys at the party was like, no, it should have been her. She was, because she was in all the backgrounds of stuff. And so he picked up the card and looked at it, and I said, I'm sorry, the card says Moops.
What was the answer? Was it Newman?
I can't see. That's the thing, is I can't remember who it actually was, but he said that he was like, she was in the background of all those episodes. I think
she is credited. She is credited in all those.
That was my question: is she credited?
I'm looking it up on IMDb right now.
All right, Rams pick is in. All right, I'm going to.
Well, I forgot the Rams. I forgot the Rams had a pick.
All right, I will be right back here.
All right, I'll camp. If you are just joining us here, first of all, thanks for hanging out with us. We are 12 picks in. The Cowboys and Dolphins just swapped picks 11 and 12. Cowboys took Caleb Downs. Dolphins took Caden Proctor. Obviously, my Saints took Jordyn Tyson at number 8. So pretty happy about that. Rams pick is in. I believe the consensus I've heard is this is going to be Malachi Lemon, the USC wide receiver. So low moving costs for Mr. Lemon. For the Rams' sake, I hope he's only a lemon by name, but we'll see. Let's check some scores here while Brandon's away. Just get my phone charging for a second. All right. NBA playoffs are hot and heavy right now. The Knicks are down 96-87 to the Hawks. That series is tied at 1 apiece, so the Hawks are about to go up 2-1 on the Knicks there. They're about 7.5, a little over 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter there. 96-87 Hawks. Tied at halftime, the Cavaliers and the Raptors. That series is in Toronto. Cavaliers are up 2-0. Coming up later tonight, shout out to Donnie, the Denver Nuggets in Minnesota. Game 3 against the Timberwolves. That series also tied. 1 apiece. Brandon was making fun of me for the Astros. Did the Astros play today? And if they did, the Astros did not. Brandon, the Astros did not lose today. They didn't play, but they didn't lose. Shout out to the Rangers. Rangers up 6-0 on the Pirates currently.
I saw they had gone up 2-0 on a Evan Carter home run, but I had not seen the.
And hey, the Mets might win 2 in a row.
They're gonna need
the Mets. Meet the.
Did you see the? What was it? The
Twins, when the Twins sent that tweet to the Mets about what comes in dozens.
I saw that, but I was thinking more of the. It was because was it Mamdani took a picture with Mr. and Mrs. Met, and then they immediately went on that.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, so Mamdani had a picture with Mr. and Mrs. Met, and then after that, they went on that 12-game losing streak.
Do you know who's coming into? You know who's coming to Houston this weekend?
Who's that?
The Yankees.
Ooh!
You tell that son of a.
You Yankee? When are you Yankee coming down to Texas?
Okay, so on IMDb, just to close the loop on the Seinfeld thing, Ruth Cohen appeared in 101 episodes, which is 5th after Jerry, Michael Richards, Jason Alexander, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Wayne Knight, 44, is the next closest.
So, okay, so I'm going through. So the other number 2s in Cowboys history. We talked about Brian Moorman, Mike Nugent.
Yeah.
Sam Pelescu.
God bless you.
Out of Oregon State. He was a punter. Most of these are kickers. I've noticed a pattern. Also played for Donnie's Broncos, as well as Washington and Tampa Bay. Wanye Thomas, safety. Kevontae Turpin.
Ooh.
Kick returner.
Sorry to interrupt. It looks like we might have our second quarterback taken.
With the Rams?
Yeah. Possibly.
Ty Simpson?
Possibly.
And then Anthony Wright and Greg the Leg Zerline.
Rams are drafting Ty Simpson with the 13th pick.
Wow.
Did not have him on my list. That's one. That's one.
That's the thing is, like, I'm surprised you didn't, because who was it that someone talked about him, like.
Maybe I do. Hang on. No, I didn't have.
Wow.
I thought about it. I thought about it, but I didn't. I couldn't.
So I want to say it was Schrager, but he was talking about how he had Arizona like trading back into the first, and he said when he talked about that, he said, I am going to be he said I was very wrong about Simpson. He's going to be much higher than I projected, because I think he had him like either at the start of the second or like into the first, and he was like, he came on today and he was like, he's going to go way higher than you expect. Oh, Andy's here. Andy, the Bears fan.
Yeah.
Andy, how do you feel about the Cowboys taking Caleb Downs at pick 11? Because I'm excited. And also, how do you feel about Jordyn Tyson?
Are you really asking a Bears fan how he feels about the Cowboys and Saints picks?
Yeah. How do you feel about
it?
All
right, fair enough.
I mean, we tell him how we think about what we think about the Bears. Nobody likes to hear it.
True.
But we tell them.
Well, Andy, also, what do you want the Bears to do here coming up?
That's another that would be my next question. Now, the most important questions are what? All right, good pick.
Good pick. Hey, Chris Sims liked the Saints pick, so that's a feather in our cap.
Yes. Benjamin Solite, Downs in the Christian Parker defense is going to be special. Excellent landing spot for a stellar player.
Yep.
So apparently Caleb Downs was basically installing teams' defenses to coaches for them in meetings by diagnosing their systems watching film.
Can't believe I didn't put Ty Simpson in the first round. What a
yeah, that's a miss on that's a miss by you.
A Simpson in LA? This will work out.
He doesn't drive a Bronco, does he?
Ew. Oh, speaking of Seinfeld,
I'm going to tweet that from. Oh, I don't have the show account loaded on here. Dang it.
Speaking of Seinfeld, I did watch a film this past week that had a Seinfeld connection. Are you familiar with the Arnold Schwarzenegger classic Kindergarten Cop?
Is not a Duma.
Not a Duma. Do you know who stars in Kindergarten Cop along with Arnold Schwarzenegger? One Heidi Sweatberg, aka Susan Ross. She's one of the parents. She's one of the parents who like drools over Arnold when they realize he's the new teacher.
Paul, you need to tweet out a Simpson in LA. This will work out from the show account, so I can retweet it. I would have just tweeted from my account, but I don't want to steal your joke.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Let me find. Now I'm just going to retweet the Ari Meirov.
Quote tweet it.
Quote tweet it. Yeah, thank you.
PFT commenter. I hate how much I like Caleb Downs, and now he's a Cowboy. This is the last time I will acknowledge this before burying it deep down inside me for the rest of his career.
All right, I just tweeted it.
All right, Ravens are on the clock now.
It's kind of a so that's another surprise. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised the Rams picked him, but like that early, I guess, kind of a bit of surprise.
I mean, you knew the Rams kind of needed to do some succession planning for Stafford at some point, but like it's surprising that this was the guy that they ended up going for.
Yeah. Okay, so Adam Schefter reporting. The Rams called Matthew Stafford today to inform him that they plan to take Ty Simpson. I'm sure Matthew Stafford was not worried at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because you remember like last year or the year before, the word was that McVay was going to retire pretty soon and go do TV.
Well,
so I guess that's not happening. Right?
Well, didn't he sign a contract extension? Wasn't that also?
Yeah, but I mean that's All right, so that is the first. I believe Ty Simpson is the first player picked that I did not have on my big board here. So. I think the Ravens are going to go with the offensive lineman from Penn State, Ione, or however you pronounce his name.
That was one of the guys that you had.
Yeah, I have him on my sheet.
So we talked about the Rangers being up on the Pirates earlier.
Yep.
So I told you that I saw it flashed across my screen because I get updates when the Rangers have like a lead change.
Okay.
So it said the Rangers, Evan Carter hits a 2-run homer. Rangers take a 2-0 lead on the Pirates. That was it.
Okay.
It was an inside the park home run.
All right.
It bounced off the wall and caromed away from all the defenders.
Oh, right. They're in Pittsburgh, so they're giving Baltimore
No. They're in Texas.
No. The draft. Sorry.
The draft, okay.
The draft is in Pittsburgh. They're giving the Ravens the business.
That's right.
What do we got here? Yep.
I forgot about this. Somebody mentioned this morning. Did I send it to you? Caleb Downs posted Bluebonnets on his Instagram.
Yeah, well, I didn't see it from you, but I saw it somewhere.
And so I saw that. I was like, no, this is just a coincidence. But he must have known that they were like really. And Christian Parker being a defensive backs guy was also.
Nope. We already got the why the Chiefs made a mistake trading up for Mansour Delane.
Oh, here we
articles out there.
Let me tell you about trading up for a LSU defensive back, Paul. It doesn't always work out as well as you want.
Who was the Cowboys one? Who did you guys trade?
Can you think? So I'll give you the 3 teams he's played for.
Okay.
Cowboys,
right?
Chiefs, and Jets.
Okay. Oh man! What?
First name also started with an M.
Claiborne, Morris Claiborne.
Yes, Morris Claiborne.
Yeah. I had to pull that one out of my orifice.
Morris Clay in the Times.
All right, so Tampa Bay's pick is now in. I have no idea what Tampa Bay is going to do, honestly. I mean, they could go Bain, I guess. They need
Tampa Bain.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm coming to get you. Hey, bro, interesting.
Did you see this underdog tweet? It's Matthew Stafford and Ty Simpson all season, and it's Spider-Man and Miles, like when he's got the eye holes cut out of the Spider-Man.
Yep. Apparently, Malik Neighbors is on Bleacher Report's live stream. And he reacted to the Caleb Downs pick.
Carefully. Sure, he does. Listen, bro. Get him and play against him. Oh my God! And the fact that it's like
you hear that?
What?
Malik Neighbors said, I'd rather get him than play against him.
Oh, you're talking about
Downs.
Oh,
Caleb Downs.
Yeah. Oh, so he was All
right, so your guy Landon McCool, he's got his reaction up.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I saw it pop up on my feed.
I'm not listening to it, but he looks happy.
He does.
Friend of the show. I think we can call him a friend of the show, Landon. I think.
Absolutely. I guess sending you that George gift.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's what did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Skip Bayless has chimed in.
Oh no! Did he say it's a bad pick?
He has a video, but the tweet says, "I wanted Bain, and I'm a little down because of Downs." So they made the right pick. They absolutely made the right.
Ruben Bain is also still on the on the board.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bain. So he will stay in Florida.
Yep.
I'm curious what we do at 20 now, though. I'm curious. Do we trade back? There's still a lot of like guys I like on the board. What's up? Welcome back, Andy. Andy is back.
Which you want to go double safety and pick the guy from Oregon? Downs in.
There we go. Or Emmanuel McNeil Warren, the other one.
Yeah, he's another guy I almost put on my list, but I just couldn't. I don't know.
I wonder about he's one because that's another like positional value of safety kind of thing. It's like he's really, really good, but
yeah.
Also, we should point out that George Pickens has not been traded yet, so that's good.
Fingers crossed.
Well, I thought it was going to be for like a it was to the Titans to move up to 4 or something.
That would have been something. Yeah. All right, let me make sure I'm caught up. So Tampa's going to go with Ruben Bain.
And then we got the Jets back on the clock.
Is it possible that the Cowboys go offense at 20? Or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think
so.
Well,
and like, what are Mekhi Lemon is like the only like difference. I guess Sadiq Bey was like the tight end if you really wanted to do that, which like wouldn't excite me particularly.
Yeah, Ruben Bain looks like will be the pick here. You will not have to pick Sadiq because the Jets are picking Sadiq.
Oh, thank goodness. My dad just asked me if he has any if Caleb Downs has any relation to Michael Downs, former Cowboys and Cardinals defensive back.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
So apparently Michael Downs from Dallas area went to South Oak Cliff. Also went to college at Rice.
So Mel Kiper Jr. called Jordyn Tyson uncoverable.
Ooh.
So
I told you I did. So I think the Cowboys actually did really like Jordyn Tyson. Like if they had needed a receiver, I think that would have been they probably would have had him as a top rated. From what I heard, they really liked him. He was also the guy that like sort of started climbing up, had like a late push to kind of like move up.
Well,
we started hearing teams really liked.
He had the injury concerns, and then he did his like workout, not even a pro day, just like a private workout for teams. And coming out of that, it was like, okay, he's good. Like we're not concerned. Andy in the chat said Sadiq looks crazy good. I wouldn't be upset with that. Well, Andy, sorry, he's going to the Jets. So.
Yeah, so the only thing with him is like, yeah, he would be like, I wouldn't be upset with him like on the team. It's just that like there's so many defensive holes that we need to fill that like the marginal improvement you're going to get on offense from adding what could be an awesome tight end is not going to get you what you would get out of drafting a, like, not necessarily blue chip, but like another, top 30 guy on defense.
Yep. All right. I'm looking here, trying to find.
Detroit is the next team up.
I think Detroit's going offensive line. Who's available here? So they've got Freeling from Georgia, offensive tackle. The offensive lineman from Arizona State, whose last name I can't pronounce. Lomu from Utah, and Blake Miller from Clemson. That's who I've got on my board here. There was somebody, I forget who it was. Somebody on Twitter was saying that they think the Saints might be this year's Patriots. And I was like, okay, buddy, let's slow down. Way down. Let's calm down. First of all, Kellen Moore, I believe Kellen Moore does not have that close a relationship with any of the reporters.
Is he scheduling his has he scheduled a vacation to Arizona?
Not that I know of. So the Jets end up with David Bailey and Kenyon Sadiq.
That's a pretty good haul, I would say.
It feels like a let's throw it against the wall, see what sticks kind of draft, but
Speaking of teams that need pretty much everything.
Did someone punch Mike Greenberg in the face?
Well, he's a Jets fan, so that's probably. Yeah, he is a Jets fan, right?
He is. Yeah, he is a Jets fan. He probably got kicked in the nads a couple times. They got a live band at the NFL draft. I'm seeing.
So I guess we can talk. One of the other names that I've heard a lot to the Cowboys, if they do stick at 20 and don't trade back, and maybe even if they do trade back, is the Central Florida defensive end Malachi Lawrence.
Oh yeah, Malachi Lawrence. Yeah, I've heard his name a lot. Yeah.
Well, it would be funny because we went from DeMarcus Ware to DeMarcus Lawrence, and then we could go from DeMarcus Lawrence to Malachi Lawrence.
Now you got to go to Malachi Ware at some point, right?
There we go. That'd be funny if we close the loop, or if you kept going.
Wow. The comp for Kenyon Sadiq on NFL Network was Dustin Keller. Remember Dustin Keller? That's a name. That's a name from the.
That is a.
Yeah, you pull. Speaking of pulling it out of an orifice.
Yeah.
That's.
Where are you getting these names?
Dustin. Who did Dustin Keller play for? Was he a Jet? Yeah, he was a Jet. Yeah. All right, he went to. He was from Purdue. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
All right, Lions are on the clock. It looks like the Lions pick is in now.
I keep hearing offensive line for the Lions, and it is offensive line. Blake Miller, offensive tackle from Clemson, who I did have on my board, so good for me. Who just got picked? Oh, Kenyon, right?
I called him Sadiq Bey. That's a basketball player. I don't know why. I heard Sadiq.
Well, I didn't correct you because I was like, well,
yeah,
maybe
he didn't even flinch.
I was like, well, maybe he's got a last name I don't know about. I don't know. There was a rumor, obviously the draft is in Pittsburgh. There was a rumor that Aaron Rodgers was going to show up and announce that he is coming back officially for next season. But
I thought you were going to say he's going to announce his retirement.
No, he should. He should have done that right after the Rams picked Ty Simpson. He should have come out and said, "By the way,
I'm out.
Have fun with Will Howard." So, the Steelers are coming up here in a few picks. They're I think 3 or 4 picks away from the Steelers. Hey, Chase Daniel says that Jordyn Tyson has the most upside of any wide receiver in this draft. So there you go.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, Cardinal Tate's good, but I don't see. I guess Lemon probably is good, probably like a good floor, but not a really high ceiling.
Yeah. But yeah, this Rossini and Vrabel thing is just.
Well, all the pictures coming out after the fact.
Yeah, it's
the 6 years ago at the bar, and so someone mentioned this. It's like you can understand like they're at a resort. They think they have privacy there.
Sure.
Kissing at a random New York bar, that's reckless. Yeah. Somebody just retweeted this random tweet. It says, "If you think you've had a bad day, my 9-year-old just came home from school with a trumpet." Every parent knows exactly what that means.
That's pretty good.
It's like the day you came home with a recorder. Did y'all do recorders in Louisiana, Paul?
We did. I don't think I did it, but I believe it was. They were used. I was in band in middle school and high school, but I don't remember doing recorders at any point. Which is not to say it didn't happen. Just. All right, okay, so we got the Lions pick up here. This is going to be Blake Miller, the offensive tackle from Clemson. The Viking. Oh man. It's kind of a surprise. Vikings at 18 look like they're going with Caleb Banks, the defensive tackle from Florida.
Banks open on Sundays?
Banks open on Sundays, apparently. I didn't have him on my list here, so.
Darren Woodson tweeted out, "Yes, sir," with the pick of Caleb Downs.
Well, yeah, I was going to say this is your new. Yeah, I was going to say this is. That was the first name I thought of when the pick was made. Honestly,
it's our new Darren Woodson, Caleb Downs.
There you go.
You know what would be funny?
Albert Breer just tweeted this. One head coach earlier today on new Cowboys safety Caleb Downs, quote, Vegas odds on the guy with the best chance to get a gold jacket is Caleb Downs.
Take it.
There you go.
This is much better than last year when
yeah, you're in a lot better mood. I will say that. Yeah.
Now I ended up after seeing him talk to Micah Parsons on the show, right. Like that ended up like, okay, this kid loves football. I like the attitude a lot. You know what would be funny is if you like conned your way onto like to be one of the people that announces a draft pick.
Right.
You did it but you did it for the Falcons and I did it for like the Eagles and and you know there's the announcing the wrong pick, but you could also go the Philadelphia Eagles select these nuts.
And very mature.
Exactly. I remember so when the year that the CeeDee Lamb draft,
yeah,
CeeDee Lamb was like kept like falling and I was like can't wait for the CeeDee Lamb pick so I can make a CeeDee's nuts joke. And then like it got closer and closer to the Cowboys and I go, this is about to be the most amazing cell phone ever. Self-own, not cell phone. Self-own. You got it.
So the Vikings are taking Caleb Banks from Florida. And I just saw, it looks like the Panthers, who are next up, are going to take Monroe Freeling, the offensive tackle from Georgia. About to lose. Well, we do appreciate our listener, Andy.
And Andy, so. if you've been listening this long and you haven't,
right.
I don't know. It's right. Like the Arrested Development where dead dove do not open. Well, I don't know what I expected. You know how people watch Draft Day every year on Draft Day?
I am not one of those people, but yes, I know.
Yeah, I need to start a tradition where I watch bad words every year on the day of the spelling bee.
Well, I was gonna ask if we should do a watch along to Draft Day for the draft, but we could do a watch along to bad words for the spelling bee if you want to do that. I'm down with that.
I am so down.
You're Caleb Downs right now at the moment. All right, so the Vikings, that was pick. What pick was that? 17? 18?
Did you hear about the guy that they arrested the guy who bet on the Maduro thing? He won like $400,000 betting on Maduro being removed from office.
Yeah, didn't you say this earlier or no? Maybe not.
No. But so he got arrested.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And so somebody asked Trump. They said like, was he betting that they would get him or wouldn't get him? And the reporter said that he was betting on his removal from office. And Trump said that's like Pete Rose betting on his own team.
Andy says watch Draft Day during the spill. There
we go.
Well, you want to turn on bad words right now? We could just turn on bad words.
There we go. What is it? We need to figure out if it's available to stream anywhere.
I could figure that out real quick. I want to say it's on Netflix.
Oh.
I could be wrong. So we are at 13 picks left in the first round after the Panthers make their. Unfortunately, Bad Words not available to stream. You can rent it from a couple places, but not available.
I feel like I should just buy that movie. Good movie.
Yeah, solid movie.
Cowboys trading back.
Eagles. They traded with the Eagles?
Yep.
Okay. How we feel about that?
I mean, I'm fine with picking up 2 extra top 150 picks. So you're moving back to 23, getting 114 and 137 in return.
What are the Eagles coming up for, do we think?
That's a good question. Well, I think they trade up every year, don't they?
I mean,
Like
yeah, they do.
Even last year, they traded up one with the Chiefs at the end of the first round.
Yeah, Cowboys get 114 and 137, moving back to 23. I'm looking to see if I get any sense of what the I don't know. I mean, the Eagles could just draft another white safety.
There you go.
Exciting white. Well, didn't they lose Blankenship? They lost Blankenship, right?
Right. So they got to restock.
So there you go. You could have
you got to appeal to the like the South Jersey sort of crowd. that demographic of the fans of the
let's say there goes our South Jersey audience. Mekhi Lemon. Mekhi Lemon is the pick for the Eagles. AJ Brown. So long.
You mean the guy who is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we really like to run those routes. Coach made me. When Coach told me what to do, I would go out and run those routes.
I don't know.
Yeah, boss, I did the interview just like you asked, all sensual. Like.
Right.
I gotta go find that. Hold on, I gotta go find that tweet.
Yeah, Mekhi Lemon to the Eagles. So yeah, AJ Brown, welcome to the New England Patriots. Keep your boy Vrabel in check, for God's sakes.
Okay, so searching for lemon and sensual on Twitter was not the right move. How do you spell Mackay?
Hang on. It's Makai.
Makai. Not like Mackay Pfeiffer. Because I just
Oh man, that was good. Oh, so this is interesting. So last year at Arizona State, Jordyn Tyson's quarterback was Sam Levitt, who is now the quarterback at LSU. So they both are moving to Louisiana for next season. All right, so the Eagles are coming up for Lemon. Hopefully he is only a lemon by name.
Whoa, no. Name.
Well, for the Eagles, though, for your sake.
Well, for my sake, I want him to be a lemon.
Right. Oh, Steve Smith, former Carolina Panther legend. He's a fan of the Jordyn Tyson pick.
Mm-hmm.
For what that's worth. Hang on, I'm going to tweet you. Or I'm going to retweet this to you. 1 second. It's coming up. This is coming from my account, so.
Cowboys also getting a 2027 7th round pick from the Eagles.
There you go. That's some sweet action.
Well, you got Andy. You got to have some nuts to to offset the citrus. You have a little salt. We go with the lemonade. Salty and sour, salty and sweet.
All right. All right, so we're kind of blowing through the second half of this.
The picks are starting to kind of move now.
Yeah, we're kind of blowing through the second half of this draft here, which is fine with me. We might be done by 10 o'clock. Who knows? Who knows? Kenyon Sadiq at the 2026 Combine was faster than Odell Beckham, quicker than Deshaun Jackson, jumped higher than Julio Jones, and was more explosive than Andre Johnson.
That's a pretty good athletic profile.
I mean, look, I hope the Jets. Yeah. Oh, Jordyn Tyson went to high school in Allen, Texas. Outside of Dallas, right?
Yep, that's one of the biggest. I think they had the biggest football stadium for a while, but then I think something happened with it where they had to shut it down for a little while. I don't know if they ever got to open it back up.
Well, we're coming up on the Bears, Andy. I think we're getting close. They're pick 25. Some good cherry picking. Let's see here. All right, so who's up on the clock now? Is it the Steelers?
It is the Steelers. So you got the Steelers, the Chargers, and the Cowboys.
Yeah, Steelers, Chargers, Cowboys. That's our next three picks. So how are we feeling about the Cowboys right now? So we've got there's your Keldrick Falk, Mesidor from Miami. Those are your edges on the board.
Well, Malachi Lawrence.
Oh, Malachi Lawrence, of course. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Draft coverage was just changed to Lost.
We'll keep you updated, Andy.
Keep you posted, Andy. We'll keep you posted.
So there's a lot of players that I really still like. So Lawrence is one of them. I think I like of the edges. I think I like Lawrence, and then probably Mesidor, and then Falk would be the order that I'd put those in. But there's also Jacob Rodriguez still on the board.
Yeah, and it makes more sense now at 23, I would say.
Yeah, it's a bit. I think it's a bit of a reach, but I think you're just getting a guy that's you're getting a football guy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, the hometown team getting their pick here.
Any idea who the Steelers are taking here?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I haven't really paid attention to what the mock drafts have been doing.
I don't even know what's on their
ESPN has the best fit. ESPN has their best fit as the safety from Oregon. So
okay.
Their needs are...
They're playing Renegade. They're doing their Renegade. They're playing Renegade.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Do you know about the Renegade thing?
No, I know the song, but I don't know its significance to...
They play it at every Steelers game. It's it's a big thing.
Is Styx, is that band from Pittsburgh? Are they originally...
I don't know. I don't know how it became a thing.
No, they were formed in Chicago. Styx was formed in Chicago, actually.
Oh, the song became a staple after prompting a pivotal comeback in the 2003 playoff game against the Cleveland Browns.
There you go.
So once again, the Browns are. Did you really need a song to?
There you go. All right, let's see who the Steelers going to pick. I mean, well, we were doing good on time, and now the Steelers have to do their halftime show.
Yeah.
You think the draft will ever be? Oh, okay. The Steelers are picking the Arizona State offensive lineman Max Einenanker. Eine something.
Max, I'm an anchor.
Well, if he's an offensive lineman, I would hope so. I would hope he's an anchor. (2021) Eagles trade up with Cowboys to select Devontae Smith. 2026 Eagles trade up with Cowboys to select Kyle Lemon. Why is the guy wearing an Eagles jersey for the Steelers pick? That don't make any sense. Oh, never mind. This is a high school kid. I was like, wait a minute.
What's going on here?
Something's not right. Something's not right here.
Max Iheanacho.
Okay.
So
again,
I don't know if that's the so my soccer team, which by the way just got relegated to League One.
Oh, okay.
So
they're hiring Ted Lasso coming in next season?
I mean, they can't do any worse at this point. They used to have a player whose last name was Iheanacho, so just the same last name but without the R at the end.
That guy's got to go from Arizona to Pittsburgh. That's a bit of a climate change, I would say.
I guess they needed offensive line help. That's the thought.
Yeah, I guess. He's a basketball player, just like Antonio Gates.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, your guy Mike McCarthy now in charge in Pittsburgh. We'll see what happens with Aaron.
You know, the Rangers Pirates matchup, I forgot, is a matchup of Andrew McCutchen against his old team.
Oh, Andrew McCutchen is still playing?
And he's on the Rangers. So
wow.
So I love that 2012 to 2015 Pirates team, like so much. Like that was like a fun baseball team. And so I was like, man, I would love to have Andrew McCutchen on the Rangers. And so like he's like gone around. He went back to Pittsburgh for a little while.
Right.
And then this spring it was Andrew McCutchen signs minor league deal with the Rangers for spring training. And then like a few days before the season started, Andrew McCutchen makes the opening day roster. He's last I checked, he was hitting like 280 with like a 700 slugging percentage or something. So like that's pretty solid.
Not bad. All right, the Chargers are up. I'm guessing I think they would go offensive line too.
Well, don't they still have the guy that they traded for from the Saints?
Oh. Trevor Penning?
Penning?
I think they do. Man, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so they should be good, right?
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, does Herbert need another weapon? Potentially? While we're waiting on this pick, let me go grab another beverage here. Oh, so we got Chargers and then the Cowboys, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then are the Bears?
I think the Bears are 25. So we got Cleveland and then Chicago.
Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. Oh, hang on. This pick did not get leaked somehow. Or at least I didn't see it. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Mesidor.
Your guy that the Cowboys were interested in, apparently. The Miami defensive end without short arms, apparently.
Mm.
Did you get that tweet, by the way, I sent you?
Which one?
The one about a picture of the new Tampa Bay defensive end, Ruben Bain.
Wait, say that again.
It was a hang on. Give me a second. This one?
No, you didn't send me that.
Yeah, I did. I sent it to Ball from Grace. I had Ball from Grace.
Oh, I see. I've just been filtering back and forth between For You and the Cowboys list that I have. Oh, there we go.
I understand. Okay. I understand, buddy. It would be kind of hilarious if, at the press conference to introduce Ruben Bain, if Tampa Bay played the Jurassic Park theme as he's walking.
Oh, there we go.
I shouldn't say anything. I mean, the Saints are going to have to play Ruben Bain twice a year now, so better be careful.
Yeah. Oh, there's also C.J. Allen still on the board. It would be cool if the Cowboys actually traded down again.
All right. So
Cowboys are on the clock, so I'm constantly refreshing my Twitter feed.
I'm just relying on Ari Merov.
Yeah, he's been kind of ahead of the curve.
All right, so quick update. So of my 26 players that I had going in the first round, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left to be picked. Concepcion from A&M, Thiemann from Oregon. Sorry. Mesidor got picked. So that's so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players to be picked. Thiemann, Concepcion from A&M, Thiemann from Oregon, Denzel Boston from Washington, Keldrick Falk from Auburn, Caleb Lumo from Utah, and Jamad McCoy from Tennessee. Pick is in for the Cowboys.
I'm refreshing. I haven't seen anything yet. Nothing from Ari.
Nope.
Come on. Where are my sources, man?
I know it feels like they're not leaking as much now.
No, there was like a run,
right,
where you were getting it early, and now Malachi Lawrence.
There you go. That's who you thought, right?
Yeah, that's the guy that I liked.
Okay, so you guys were pick 23?
23, correct.
So we have 9 left.
So can he wear number 90 so that my Lawrence jersey will once again be,
there you go.
Good?
Yeah. Help a brother out. Excuse me. He tested really well at the combine, right, Lawrence?
Mm-hmm. They said he has a really good pass rush repertoire. It's not just like he always wins with power or he always wins with speed. He's got different moves. He already knows how to use his hands a little bit too.
Did he steal any moves from David Putty that we know of?
He had crib notes.
Yeah, crib notes. Everybody looks happy in the Cowboys war room, seems. You got to feel much better about your defense now, right?
Oh, absolutely. They said apparently Christian Parker also loved Malachi Lawrence, so they're going out and getting the guys that their defensive coordinator likes.
Which is good.
Yes.
That's... Now, obviously, they have to work out, but,
Right.
So, Daniel Jeremiah was on... No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. Tom Pelissero was on Rich Eisen's show yesterday. And a name he brought up that might sneak into the first round that raised a lot of eyebrows was Carson Beck, quarterback from Miami.
My dad actually just texted me to ask about him. He's like, I heard teams don't like his personality. I was like, I can see why.
The Browns are taking wide receiver Casey Concepcion.
Oh, nice. Good call. So when is the Saints' next pick?
42 at this.
42.
So tomorrow. Yeah, unless they
Second round.
Unless they trade up back into the first round, which I don't know why they would, but you never know. Yeah, it does look like A.J. Brown. I know we talked about this with the Eagles pick, but it does look like A.J. Brown's going to be a Patriot come June 1st.
Yes.
All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 more. I got to get 5 more guys in the next 7.
I worry about your McCoy pick. That's my.
Yeah, well, c'est la vie. C'est la vie.
Should have swapped him and Ty Simpson.
Right. I don't know why. Hindsight's 2020, right? So it feels like your Cowboys have had probably the best draft, I would say.
I mean, I think they've had it. I don't think you could have asked to come out of tonight with a better combination. You got an edge rusher, which you needed, because I think after a couple of guys that were on the board, the quality kind of fell off, and you also got a defensive back who can play. You can kind of move
Everywhere.
all around. Yeah. You got one of the best. So you got one of the guys top end guys at the draft, and then you got a guy who you think can be add to your pass rush, which is really what they need, because they've got some talent on the interior defensive line, but you've got Ezraku's coming off an injury and he's just in his second year. But you need it, and they added Rashawn Gary, but you needed to add a little bit more depth to the pass rush, and so I don't think it could have gone any better for him, to be honest.
So I didn't realize this. Jordyn Tyson's brother is Jalen Tyson, who plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are the first siblings to be drafted in the first round of 2 different sports.
Oh.
So, shout out to them.
Someone from PFF posted the draft, the point values from the Cowboys Eagles trade. Looks like the Cowboys, from a points value perspective on the picks that the Cowboys got from the Eagles, it looks like the Cowboys actually got a pretty good value there.
Good value.
Yeah.
All right, so our guy Andy, his Bears are up.
All right, Andy. Let's see what they do. We'll keep you posted.
See what.
Also, so someone pointed out the Cowboys gave up 2 5ths to move up from 12 to 11, and then got 2 4ths to go back from 20 to 23. So that's actually, I mean, a pretty good piece of business there.
That's some sweet action.
That's some sweet action.
Man, the Browns are a weird team.
Shitter Sanders time, baby.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The AFC North, the AFC North as a whole is kind of weird because, I don't feel good about any of those teams. I mean, even Baltimore, with the whole. I mean, I don't know. I don't. They just. None of those teams inspire me, I would say, at this point. And we should mention that number 20 pick, obviously, they originally had, the Cowboys that is, was from the Micah Parsons trade. So you basically drafted someone to potentially fill that spot. I mean, you can't replace Micah Parsons, but,
Caleb Downs on getting to play his brother Josh in the NFL. He's like, we played the Cowboys this year. I was like, you're gonna have a problem.
I'm retweeting you. Somebody tweeted Makai Lemons combine. Yeah, Andy, the Bears are on the clock. So I retweeted you, Makai Lemons combine shenanigans. If you want to check that out. All right. So Bears are up, and then I think it's Buffalo. Yep. Oh, speaking of the Bears, hang on one second, Brandon. Let me. I'll be right back.
My goodness, what does he do? What is he doing in that interview, man? Like, I don't know.
I can't help you, buddy. I don't know what's going on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So Andy, I don't think Andy was with us when we started the evening, but my wife's uncle passed away, and he had a bunch of NFL stuff, not just Raiders stuff, in his home. So I wanted to show this to Andy.
We should point out, Andy says the Bears are going to take the Oregon safety, Dylan Thieneman.
So Andy, check this out. It's one of these little helmets you used to get, like these collector's helmets. So I got a Bears one here for Andy. There's this.
Oh, I should have brought. Remind me next week, and I will bring my entire collection down. How many did your uncle have?
He had it was my wife's uncle, but he had
uncle-in-law is basically your
uncle-in-law. Yeah, sure. No Cowboys and no Saints. I don't know what the deal was, but he had a lot of repeats. Like he had a lot of.
Well, you can't control what you get out of those machines.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, so the Bears are up now. Andy's saying that display it proudly. There you go, buddy. That's for Andy. Well, I'll hold it up while the Bears announce their pick here. There you go.
Actually, I might be able to just go get my helmets here in just a second. I'll wait till after the Bears make their pick.
Yeah, the Bears are picking Dylan Thieneman from Oregon, according to Ari Morov. All right, I'm down to 4 left. I just got to get 4 more players. I need Denzel Boston, Keldrick Falk, Caleb Lumo, and Jamad McCoy.
If Jamad McCoy is the only player not taken on here,
yeah, I know.
I got you. All right, I'm gonna be right back.
All right, buddy. I'll camp. Here comes the Bears pick. Roger Goodell gonna make the announcement. So here we go. Oh. Shout out to the Bears. Shout out to. No, Andy said only real teams. Okay. Oh man, Andy, are you checking out your new safety? This guy's dressed to the nines. He looks like the Miz from WWE. So the Bear, okay, and Andy's saying Houston's trading up to Buffalo's spot. I haven't seen that confirmed. Andy's good with it. All right. Well, Andy, you're good with it. I'm good with it. Looks like Thieneman started his career as a Purdue Boilermaker. So he is from that area a little bit. And then obviously transferred to Oregon. Unfortunately. Actually, no. This Thiemann guy, he looks like Mike McDaniel, the former. That's who it is. That's who it looks like.
So I will say it's funny that it was an uncle that collected these, because me and my uncle Gary are the one who collected the helmets back in the day. I also, I also found these. I don't know where Warren's helmet is, but here's my Warren Moon action figure.
Oh, nice.
And also for your uncle,
Bo Jackson, yeah.
Bo knows. Let's see what helmets we got in here. Let's see if I still have all the teams. Hold on a sec.
I'm holding. Yeah, Andy, I know the Bears needed some defensive improvement from last year. Obviously, Dennis Allen coaching the Bears defense now. The Dolphins are trading up. Dolphins trade up to San Francisco's spot at 27.
Ooh.
In exchange, the 49ers get picks 30 and 90. So there you go. There's Texans traded up to 26. They are taking Georgia Tech guard Keelan Rutledge.
Okay.
The Texans obviously need offensive line.
That's right. Well, and I think there was the word out was that the Texans had been calling around trying to get up into the mid like into the 20s basically. Let's see, where is this Chargers history? All right, so we will start. So we have the Chargers here.
Okay. Yep.
In the old, we'll call him the Billy Joel Tolliver.
Yeah, sure.
We got the Bengals.
Very nice. Very nice.
Let's see. Up for Andy. Andy, right here. We got your Bears.
The Bears.
Down there. The Bears.
Bears.
Buccaneers here.
Well, that's the Derek Brooks Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we were doing this probably around early 2000s, probably before 2005, I would say, would be the time. Okay. Got our Titans helmet.
Very nice. Very nice.
Chiefs.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, and we got the old Falcons helmet.
Oh, yeah. That's like
classic.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, I was gonna say Steve DeBerg, but that's probably
I would say the Dirty Bird era. It looks like the 49ers are one of the old school football helmets here, as they are missing their face mask.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say
Packers.
Yeah.
I got our Steelers.
Look away.
Oh,
look away, Andy. Look away.
I found the 49ers face
there
mask.
You go. There you go.
Steelers. And for you, my man.
Who that say they're going to beat them Saints?
There we go. Saints. Friend of the show, Trang. Got our Seahawks.
Well, that's a Sean Alexander Seahawks.
Yep. That's 2002. We also got our early Lions helmet here.
So, real quick, this Texans. Oh, yeah, that's like Scott Mitchell, Barry Sanders. Lions. So the Texans trade for the Bills. So the Texans traded 26 and 91. In exchange, they got. No, that's not right.
They would have gotten 26 and 91.
Yeah. So I think this is just written wrong. The Texans get 26 and 91. The Bills get 28, 69, nice, and 168. So little maneuver in there to get Keelan Rutledge, who is described as a plug-and-play
offensive line. That's what they needed, isn't it?
Dolphins are taking your guy Chris Johnson from San Diego State.
See, I told you, first round.
You told me, yeah, you told you. Should have. So there you go, the Dan Marino, OJ McDuffie Dolphins.
Now here we go. Not the Commanders. This was not.
Oh, he had my wife's uncle had one of those too. Yeah. I have to find it, but yeah, he had one of those.
I think you sent me a picture of that one.
Yep.
We got our Ravens, also a team with old school Ravens.
Yeah.
Cardinals.
Yeah. Browns, yeah.
We got our Browns, got our Giants, the NY. What else we got? We got our Rams here.
Well, that's like it's like the Marshall Faulk Rams.
I have another Chargers helmet in here. Oh, I think I have the white version of the white Chargers helmet upstairs.
Okay.
Got our old school St. Louis Rams here. Kurt Warner.
Yeah, it's like Torrey Holt. Yeah, Kurt Warner. Greatest show on turf.
Yep. Patriots. The two expansion teams, the two Cats.
There you go.
Steve Berline, the Steve Berline special here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Percy Harvin. I'm going to go do some
Bills and Vikings, yeah. Of course. Who you got there? Jets and
Dick Wood? Was Dick Wood a
I was gonna say Tim Tebow, but okay.
Oh, that's true. There we go. There's that. Once again, here's the Ravens face mask.
Okay, so real quick,
Raiders.
all right, so we got 5 picks left, and I gotta get 4. So I'm in trouble.
You're getting close here. Colts.
Yep.
And then I guess our last two teams will be the Texas ones. Here's the Texans.
Yep. There you go. Matt Schaub, David Carr. How about
David Carr? Yes. And
how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? So I think that's all 32.
Feels like it.
I'm going to count as I put them back in the bag.
There you go. So San Diego State, the alma mater of Marshall Faulk. You were showing the Rams helmet earlier. Marshall Faulk, a San Diego State alum. Was he the last San Diego State first round pick? I feel like there was somebody else who I'm missing. I'm not thinking of.
It's a good question.
I'm asking San Diego State NFL draft.
32. All 32, Paul.
Gotta love it.
So that was we went around we went around to different like places where they had those machines and would just like sit there and put quarters into them.
Shout out to our good friend Trang. The last San Diego State Aztec, is that their mascot? The last San Diego State Aztec to be drafted in the first round was by the Seahawks. It was Rashad Penny, running back in 2018. Prior to that, I believe it was Marshall Faulk. No, Saints legend Kyle Turley.
Was Rashad Penny a Seahawk?
He was drafted by the Seahawks.
Well, that's funny because Trang also cheers for the San Diego State. I believe that is her like college team.
Okay,
good basketball program.
Yeah, so Rashad Penny played for the Seahawks and the Eagles. He played 1 year for the Eagles. The Bills have traded again. They have gone from 28 down to 31 with the Patriots.
So is Mike Vrabel online on the phone in therapy?
Hey. We know who didn't break that story. Now I don't know who the Patriots are selecting here. Who?
Caleb Lomu.
Yes.
There you go.
I had him.
We should also point out that Kawhi Leonard also went to San Diego State.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. Tony Gwynn, I believe, was San Diego State once upon a time.
Wasn't he also a San Diego Padre?
He was a San Diego Padre. Lifelong, career-long San Diego Padre.
So he just stayed in San Diego the whole time.
I mean, who can blame him? And the weather's supposed to be like...
Well, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
We went there for our honeymoon, and it was incredible.
San Diego.
You know what that's German for?
Yeah. Go watch Anchorman if you don't. We're not. This is a family show. We're not gonna.
Tony Gwynn, lifelong Padre, college.
Thought it was San Diego State.
Cool school. Well, it doesn't say college. It says school on Baseball Reference.
Okay, fair enough.
So San Diego State University.
High
school, Long Beach Polytechnic. Oh, you know who else played basketball for San Diego? It was in San Diego.
Antonio Gates. That's right.
It always comes back to Antonio Gates playing basketball.
Of course. Oh, man.
Oh.
I tell you what, the more I see of Jordyn Tyson as I'm scrolling through, I mean, obviously, I hope he succeeds because he's a Saint, but he seems like a good. He seems like a good kid. Seems like a good.
That's always good. You want to be able to like cheer. You want to like.
All right, we got 4 picks left, buddy, and I've got 3 players I need to get drafted somehow.
So who you got left?
McCoy, Keldrick Falk,
okay,
and Denzel Boston, the wide receiver from Washington.
The Falk one is a little surprising that he has not gone here.
Yeah, I think the production is an issue. He's got the traits. He just
that was the thing that scared me away. Is like he did not put It was like pressures that would never turn into sacks.
Well, the Saints should have drafted him then, if that's the case. Because that's the Saints MO. They just
there you go.
Pressures that don't turn into sacks. Oh, the Steelers were on the phone with Mekhi Lemon at 21, planning to pick him, and then the Eagles traded up to 20 That's
Ooh, man.
That's shady dealings, man.
See, well, that's why the Cowboys trade up one spot.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
That's the guy. They knew the guy they wanted. They were not going to let him slip away at the last second.
There's a video going around of Mike Vrabel working out with the Arizona State lineman. And someone said he went all the way to Arizona to work him out, and then the Steelers pick him. That's a shame.
Well, it's okay. He still had a good time in Arizona, it seemed like.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so, buddy. Okay, so we've got. Oh, what's this? Okay, little baseball stat for you here. Highest career. What is WRC?
Weighted runs created.
Okay, highest career weighted runs created among left-handed batters since 1900.
Barry Bonds.
2,500 plate appearances. Babe Ruth, 194. Ted Williams, 187. Barry Bonds, 173. Lou Gehrig, 171. Yordan Alvarez, 165. It's pretty good company.
Yep. He's the only only thing the Astros got going for him right now, right?
Well, they won again. They won 2 games from Cleveland, so that's something.
You got that going for you.
That's a feather in your cap.
Rangers have closed out. They took the series from the Pirates 2
Dang
games
it.
to 1.
The Chiefs took Peter Woods from Clemson, the defensive tackle. So I think that sinks me. Well, no, I just got to get. I got to go 3 for 3.
No.
I got 3 picks left. But it got to be 3 for 3 now.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that Falk has not ended up going yet.
Buffalo always needs defensive line. They might take him, but
that's true.
I think Buffalo likes your guy Rodriguez though from Texas.
Who's your third guy?
Denzel Boston from Washington, the receiver. Oh well. That's why they call him Paul's poor picks. So
you're doing pretty well until this. I
had 23 out of 26. That's not bad.
I would have told you. I would have.
Yeah, I should have. I should have consulted. We should have done a
show version of it.
Show version. Maybe next year.
By the way, Dallas Stars is currently up 2 games to 1 on the Minnesota Wild after their overtime win last night.
There you go.
So we've got Jets, Buffalo, and Seattle, and that'll close us out for the first round.
Wait, right. The Jets have. That's right. The Jets have the. I was like the Jets.
Yeah, we got two AFC East teams.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, would you say Jets, Buffalo, and Seattle?
Yep.
Well, and that's no. I was gonna say the Cardinals are going to be trading back into the first round because Ty Simpson's already been picked.
Can you see the Peter Woods'
draft
room?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one random white guy.
Yep.
That's got to be the agent. That's got to be the agent. I wasn't
going to say anything. I'm glad you caught it.
We got one. There's one white. He's in, but he's in with the white suits too. Like he's in uniform.
Looked like a Boys to Men music video.
Oh, man. Well, Andy did say he is good with the pick. I don't know if we covered that, but he left us for a few. He had to dip. He had to dip for a little bit.
Yeah, he said he was good for that. Good with that, I should say. So the Jets already went with David Bailey at 2.
Kenyon Sadiq.
So this is their third? I
guess so.
How'd they get 3? Oh, the Cowboys. Do they have one of your picks?
The Jets? No.
The Quinnen Williams trade, right?
Oh, that's right.
So they got 1 pick from the Colts. That's the Sauce Gardner trade. Who's
right.
this pick from?
One of them's from us.
Yeah, but you guys want to pick this.
No, but it's not this year. It's next year. The first we gave them is next year.
Right. Who's this?
You're sunk, buddy.
Omar Cooper.
Yeah, you had
that's the receiver. That's the receiver I should have picked. Oh well. So the Jets ended up with 3 first-round picks. I'm still. Did I miss something? How did that happen?
How did the Jets get 3?
Well, this is the Waddle. This is okay. So Denver traded it to Miami. Miami traded. They must have traded back into the first round. That's what happened.
Yeah,
because they traded
because
back.
they had 2 and 16. It looks like it's.
Yeah, they traded back in. That's what it was. I was like, wait a minute, am I missing something? Yeah, I think we just missed the trade there. So the Jets end up with David Bailey, Kenyon Sadiq, and now Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana.
Indiana.
Not a bad the Jets, they traded with the 49ers. So the 49ers had traded back with Miami, and then now okay. Now I'm caught up.
Listen to this. 75 of Mekhi Lemon's 108 targets last season were to the center of the field. This fit is going to be rough.
Well, it's good news for you, buddy.
Yep.
I feel like we're at the point now with the Eagles where like everybody's going to be off them going into next. Like everybody's going to be. I don't know who people are going to pick for the NFC East. Your Cowboys might end up being the popular pick for NFC East winner. Oh, the Titans are trading in for who? I wonder.
Are they traded into the 32?
To 31. Wait.
With the Bills?
31. Damn, what is Buffalo? Buffalo don't want to pick? Like, what's going on?
Apparently not.
They just keep trading back.
Who's Tennessee going after?
They got Carnell Tate.
What if the Cowboys could move up into the second round and get Jacob Rodriguez?
Unless the Titans are taking him right now.
Why you got to rain on my parade, Paul?
I'm giving commentary here. So the Saints will pick at pick 42 tomorrow night. We'll see what happens there, unless they're going to trade in. I know the Seahawks were a hot because the Seahawks don't have a lot of picks this year, right? I think we talked about this with Trang. They don't have a lot of draft capital this year, so there was talk that they might trade back to pick up some more
Just
picks.
Try to get more stuff.
Yeah. More bites at the apple, as it were.
So it says the Cowboys tried to trade back down after moving to 23, they tried to move down farther, but
Right. No bite.
They couldn't find a partner, so they ended up just. Yes, Andy. We've got 2 more picks, and then we'll be done for the evening.
We're still here, Andy. We're still going, buddy. We'll see. See what the Titans have in store here, and then the Seahawks. Presumably, the Seahawks will. Are the Titans taking a quarterback? Do they know something we don't know about? Cam Ward. That would be kind of hilarious, but my guess is a defensive player, but attendance record for the first night of the draft, apparently. It's a lot of people.
There's Falk.
Keldrick Falk.
Yep.
Well, I mean, makes sense. There was a lot of talk of the Titans taking either Reese or Sonny Styles at 4.
Right, a defensive guy.
So they
needed to help their young quarterback.
Well, Robert Saleh obviously is the new coach. He wants defensive guys, so makes sense. I imagine they didn't have to give up much to come up from wherever they were in the second round to this pick. And Buffalo apparently just had no interest in making a first-round pick this year. So
I guess not. I will say
can't confirm, Andy. Can't confirm, Andy.
We went to Pittsburgh a while back and really enjoyed it. Good city to visit.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
Good place. All right, we got one more pick. We
have the Seahawks,
defending champions.
Yeah, for now it's the Seahawks. Let's see if maybe there's a trade or something. Well, you know what? I'm going to say 24 out of 26 is not bad.
That's pretty good.
I'll take it.
I mean, you could get one more. There's still time.
I could. I don't think Seattle needs. I mean, I guess they could take McCoy, maybe if they need another corner. But didn't they lose? Who did Seattle lose? Though they lost Tyreek Woolen, right?
To the Eagles.
To the Eagles.
Who is Train said was a knucklehead.
A knucklehead. To quote Charles Barkley. Looks like Jets fans are cautiously optimistic about their draft tonight. Can't get much worse for the Jets. I mean, like it's been rough last couple decades. Skip's at it again. Skip says, I like Malachi, but I love R. Mason Thomas and how he did it to us again.
So we won the trade.
There you go. So Skip, not a fan of the 2 Cowboys picks, so that means they're perfect. Skip Bayless, not a fan of the 2 Cowboys picks, that means they're perfect.
I know, they nailed it. A+ grade right there.
There you go. I can't believe the Steelers were on the phone with Mekhi Lemon and the Eagles. That's crazy.
The other Pennsylvania team.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, so what happened? Was Malachi like, hey, hang on, I got to take this call.
I got another call.
I got another call. All right. Now the Seahawks. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, here we go. Oh. Seahawks are taking Notre Dame running back Jadarian Prince.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
So
Jadarian Price. Excuse me. Jadarian. So 2 Notre Dame running backs go in the first round this year. How about that? They do need a running back. Obviously, Kenneth Walker is a cheap
that
now.
was what Trang said she wanted. Is with Kenneth Walker gone, she said they needed a running back because Charbonnet's coming off an injury. You needed somebody in the backfield to tote the rock.
Did they sign a running back too? Or no?
I don't remember it being like anybody
of note, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean they re-signed Rashid Shaheed, who was a receiver, obviously. No, doesn't look like they. Yeah, and they lost. Like you said, they lost Kenneth Walker. They also lost Tyreek Woolen. They also lost Kobe Bryant, who went to the Bears with Andy. And Boye Mafe left to go to the Bengals. So this will help. Jadarian Price, the final pick of the first round here, the Notre Dame running back. And then who kicks off proceedings tomorrow? Who's the first pick of the second round?
It looks like it is San Francisco.
Because of the Jets trade, probably, right? Because the Jets traded back. Didn't.
Was it the Jets or the Cardinals?
Originally, who had the? Well, I don't know. I don't know. But it is now the 49ers. It looks like. Let's see here. Yep, 49ers will have the first pick of the second round. So 49ers, Cardinals, Bills, Raiders, Giants. There's your first 5 picks tomorrow night. Texans, Browns, Chiefs, Bengals, Saints. The next 5. No second round pick for the Cowboys, right? The Cowboys, no second round pick?
No second round pick. They would have to trade up to get one. They have that third rounder that they got from the Osa Odigizua trade.
Where'd they trade Osa?
San Francisco.
Oh, that's right. I was like yeah. Can't remember.
How quickly we forget.
Yeah, I did. How quickly I forgot. Saints have 42-73 tomorrow night. At the moment. When's the last time a school had 2 running backs go in the first round? The same school with 2 USC,
Auburn,
Cadillac and
Ronnie Williams or Ronnie Brown.
Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Let's see.
It's all right.
2 running backs drafted in first round from same school. All right, 2008, Darren McFadden and Felix Jones. 2005, Ronnie Brown and Cadillac Williams. 2006, Reggie Bush and Lindale White. Yeah. Well, White wasn't in the first round though. White was.
I was going to say I don't think White. That was the thing.
So, 2008 Arkansas, McFadden went 4th overall. Felix Jones went 22nd. Auburn 2005 Ronnie Brown.
Who picked
They went to
Felix
top
Jones in the first round? Who?
Someone named Jerry Jones, maybe. Yeah. So first time in what's that math here? 18 years.
There you go.
Yeah, they're talking about it right now on NFL Network.
See, look, we're ahead of the curve over here.
I am a somewhat of a professional. All right, buddy. Well, how you feeling? Cowboys feeling pretty good?
I mean, I don't think you could have gotten much better of a result than what they ended up with. What about you, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, the more I read about Jordyn Tyson, and people are, like I said, Louis Riddick approves, and he approved of Tyler Shough, so I'm on board. I'll take it. Definitely need to address Saints need to address offensive line tomorrow, and probably defensive line as well. But we needed some juice on offense. Need some juice on offense.
Cowboys are going to need to add a linebacker, I think.
Well, I don't think Rodriguez is going to make it all the way to the third round. You're going to have to probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you can find someone. There's also Jordan Brooks still available from the Dolphins, I think, for the right price. So, because that was one of the things is like last year going into the draft, they really wanted Tetero and McMillan to fall to him. Panthers took him ahead of him, and then they ended up making the trade for Pickens afterward. So it may be a case where they say they see what they come out of the draft with, and then see what their options are on the trade market if they want to fill in some gaps there.
Yeah. Other than our two teams, I mean, it feels like the Jets had a pretty good night getting 3 first-round picks. Obviously with David Bailey, Kenyon Sadiq, and then Omar Cooper here at the end of round 1. They're throwing stuff at the wall, see what sticks, you know. Felix Jones is the other guy.
Jones is the guy we're talking, yeah.
Andy. The Texans, I feel like the Texans made a good move. Trading up.
They needed offensive line help, and so
getting the guy,
My cousins who were Texans fans, we were texting, and they said they were pretty happy with getting interior offensive lineman.
Now, the last interior offensive lineman they drafted in the first round, I believe, was Kenyon Green from A&M. So
he was so bad, even the Eagles' offensive line guru couldn't fix it.
Yeah. So who knows? I think, I think the Giants might come to regret not drafting Caleb Downs, which is good for you.
That's a shame.
I understand why they went with Maui Noah at 10, but could come back to bite them. I'm trying to think of any other. I mean, the Rams taking Ty Simpson obviously was a surprise, but it makes sense. Carnell Tate to the Titans was a surprise.
That was, I think, the Cardinals not being able to find a partner to trade back was a big one, and then. But I think the Ohio State taking the wide receiver for Tennessee makes sense when you kind of think about it. It just wasn't something that was talked about in a lot of the mocks.
Yeah, it does. And then they came back in the first round towards the end and got an edge rusher, who maybe fits the Saleh mold. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens there. There's another team I wanted to mention. Now I can't remember. The Browns were kind of they were kind of, I don't want to say quiet, but I mean they had Fanu,
which
and then they drafted
to improve the offensive line too.
And then Concepcion, the A&M. That's quiet. That's kind of
it's a pretty good. Yeah,
pretty solid. Yeah.
And they also traded back to pick up some more draft capital, so which isn't surprising given the way they kind of operate.
The Dolphins traded back with you guys, picked up some extra picks, and then got the offensive lineman? Yeah, offensive lineman.
Yep.
And then drafted again because they traded out of that spot. The Broncos pick that they had from the Waddle trade. Right. I think they traded out of that spot or traded up. I don't remember. It just happened, and I can't remember.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and sort through the wreckage.
Yeah, Caden Proctor for the Dolphins, and Chris Johnson. That's right. They traded up. That's what it was. They traded up to get Chris Johnson. Yeah, I think the Bears made a good pick with Thiemann, the Oregon kid. I can't really find any like glaring like bad. I mean, the Bain pick for Tampa. We'll see what happens. I mean, it makes sense again. I mean, a lot of these picks make sense. I can't really find a pick that I look at and I go, "What? That doesn't make any sense." The Chiefs end up with
the Proctor one is one that, from what I heard, he has that sort of size and athleticism, but Nick Saban kind of mentioned it when he talked about him, is like if you don't have him in the building, he isn't necessarily disciplined to kind of like watch his weight. He'll get out of shape. He'll put on a few pounds, and then so that could be that may be a concern.
The other team I'll mention is the Chiefs. Obviously traded up to 6, got Mansour Delane, and then also got Peter Woods. We didn't really talk much about this, but Peter Woods coming into this season was looked at as like a top 10 talent, and then he kind of had a rough season at Clemson.
Well, I will say I think a lot of people had a rough season at Clemson.
But so if you're the Chiefs, maybe they found a diamond in the rough to kind of go with Chris Jones.
You're kind of buying low on a guy that had a bad season.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the Chiefs are in a very unique position. Obviously, they're still in kind of their window. They just had a rough year last year with Mahomes getting injured and everything going wrong for them. So if you can get some defensive talent to put up with Spagnuolo, and we'll see what happens. I do think the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are going to be this year's Raiders. What I mean is, they've got they drafted a running back really high, and then he can't run because they're offensive. Right. Well, that too. But they've got all this talent on offense, all these skill players on offense, and everybody knows that quarterback is coming next year. Like, they're drafting a quarterback next year. Like, Jacoby Brissett or Gardner Minshew, whoever the quarterback is this year, they're just keeping the seat warm for Arch Manning or whoever it's going to be, Dante Moore, whoever it is. And so, yeah, and their offensive line needs some improvement too. But
we should talk about some of the guys that fell, because there were the guys that we kind of talked about.
That's true.
Jermon McCoy was one. I think that knee injury is. I think teams are worried that there's going to have to be another procedure done. Was the talk kind of going in, and that kind of like played out in the fact that he slid. We did see Ruben Bain slide a little bit, but eventually went off the board to Tampa Bay.
So I can.
There was some talk about 3 safeties going in the first round. In addition to Downs and Thiemann, there was also Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, who I also liked for the Cowboys, potentially as a pick at 20, but he did not go in the first round.
So real quick, this is from ESPN. These are their top 10 available right now. So you've got McCoy is number 1, McNeil-Warren number 2, Avian Terrell, the cornerback from
Clemson. Another guy that got discussed to the as a potential pick for the Cowboys at 20.
Yep. Denzel Boston, the receiver from Washington that we mentioned. Caden McDonald, the defensive tackle from Ohio State.
Yep.
2 edges, Missouri's Zion Young and Texas A&M's Cassius Howell.
Yeah. The
other Tennessee corner, Colton Hood. Another A&M, this time an offensive lineman from A&M, Chase Basantis. And I know you'll appreciate this one. Last but not least, linebacker Anthony Hill Jr., from the University of Texas.
He is a potential pick if he goes to if he slides that far to end up to the Cowboys in the 3rd round. I think that was. Yeah. I've seen him. I'd seen him mocked to the Cowboys in the 3rd. I
mean, they've got him ranked. ESPN's got him ranked ahead of Rodriguez, which is surprising.
That's surprising.
And C.J. Allen. C.J. Allen also available, the Georgia linebacker. I'll mention this is one of Ross Jackson's guys that he talked about when he was on the show. Keontae Scott, the defensive back from Miami.
Yeah.
So he's also out there. That's it. Well, buddy, it was fun. We had a good time. Thanks to Andy for hanging out with us. Thanks to Uncle Gary for hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
We will be back next week. We'll do a full recap on the draft. We'll see how we feel about our teams.
I will be wearing a freshly minted Caleb Downs jersey.
There you go. Will you be burning your George Pickens Cowboys jersey? Will George Pickens be a Cowboy?
Let's hope not. I mean, he didn't go. He didn't go tonight, so that's a good. Good start.
We'll see. Also, I didn't mention this, but apparently Spencer Rattler might be on the trading block.
I think we've talked about that being an option.
Yeah, but I think it was Schefter or one of the insiders said, like, don't be surprised if during draft weekend if Spencer Rattler gets traded.
He may be, and that may be another situation where like teams that don't end up getting a guy in the draft that they feel good about, they could wait and say, hey, we didn't get our guy here. Give a call to give the Saints a ring and say, hey, what do you want for Rattler?
Yeah, I mean the Saints did sign Zach Wilson during the offseason for what that's worth. So I mean, we'll see. We should also mention real quick. The offensive coordinator for the Saints, Doug Nussmeier, his son Garrett Nussmeier, the LSU quarterback, still available. He's in this draft. I'm not saying the Saints. I don't think the Saints will pick him, but
that would be funny.
That would be funny, but
some good old fashioned nepotism.
Yeah, right. That's what we need, right? All right, buddy. Well, you have a good rest of the weekend. I hope everybody has a good week. We'll see everybody next week. Happy draft, everybody.
Happy draft.